Greetings, adventurers. This is Have Dice Will Save, Pathfinder 2nd Edition adventure, where it is dangerous to go alone. So take my 4 friends.
I'd like
It's
to
better
point
the
out
second
that I'm
time.
the only one not giggling. I am very proud of that fact.
I am over here giggling like a
is an
schoolgirl.
avatar of self-control. Just
That's why she
I
plays
am
the
a
monk.
paragon
So,
of self-control.
Paragon.
As you can see,
Paragon.
we are down our halfling bard. That is what our halfling bard gets for working with children for a living.
Deserves her right. All of the diseases.
She's right on their level, so you know it just.
Jesus, Morgan.
Pinnacle
Oh,
of
I'm
self-control
very
right there.
So,
Yep.
a couple of quick things before we get into the stream. First thing, next week, it turns out that everyone's schedule simultaneously got fucked. So we are,
Yeah.
Holidays.
I
we are
got
skipping
tentacle
next
fucked.
week for the holidays.
I'm sorry.
Holidays.
Self-control.
much
Morgan.
I am very likely going to be doing something during our normal streaming time, but it'll probably be like me playing a game. It might be like Vermintide or something along those lines.
Are you gonna take care of their rat problem?
I will do.
It's a much bigger rat problem. than anticipated.
See, that's why he should spend all 4 hours taking care of it.
And then on the 22nd, we will be back with Power Outage.
Yeah, but
Our
Yeah,
kid-friendly
buddy.
superhero one shot.
Gonna be great.
I'm gonna wear
So
my
good.
onesie, guys.
Oh, Lord. Do I have to wear my onesie now, too?
Yes. We should
Sentinels of the
all wear
Multiverse is
onesies.
actually also a very good option.
Yeah.
What?
What?
Sentinels of the Multiverse. I'll talk to some people. There might be some Sentinels of the Multiverse play happening next weekend.
that'd be cool.
That'd be cool.
But anyway, I'll find something so that you guys aren't left out in the cold without us for a week. And then on the 29th, you'll be left out in the cold without us.
So we're not living out in the cold on the 22nd, only on the 29th.
Yes.
We only
No.
do it sometimes.
Though I might also do something, like off the cuff on that day too. It kind of depends on how much my family is willing to part with me for a few hours during that particular period of time. But-
holidays are holidays.
Mhm.
Yes.
Mm.
So, anyway, I think that's everything in terms of getting things out of the way.
I think so.
After the first of the year, we're going to be doing some new things, so it'll be fun. In addition to what we're already doing, don't worry, this isn't going anywhere. So, everybody, take a deep breath. And here we go. So, last time on Have Dice Will Save, the Dream Team
Yeah.
buddy.
We found a name.
reached the swamps in the lands of Sports Highland and came across an Asimar ranger who was tracking a problem that was disrupting the wildlife of the swamp. With her help, they confronted a small cadre of vampires who were standing in a ritual circle around a small metal star, which incidentally was the object that Tirla had sent the team. After fighting the vampires and each other when the vampires mind controlled them,
Damn you, vampires.
and they failed a lot of saves.
We're good at that.
Mm-hmm.
Someone's
took the
halls
star.
got decked.
And it begins.
It was one of our party members. Her halls got decked.
They
Very seasonal.
Yeah.
took the star and headed back north. So I believe we left off just as you guys were camping for the night.
Well, did we camp on this? Yeah, we did camp, but we didn't set
At the
Go
northern
all the
edge
way
of
back,
Or,
yeah.
Well, yeah, you were kind of like just into the forest. You had a
Yeah.
good solid day before you get back to the
Yeah. We camped.
Yes. So
Did the camps.
so as you wake up at the northern end of this strange forest, or at this strange swamp, you know you have a solid day of travel
Oh,
through a forest.
quickly, before we camp, I am going to send a dream message to Tirla just saying, we have the object you asked. What now?
Okay. Excellent.
Hold me back.
So, incidentally, does that make you a willing target for her dream communication spell?
Yeah.
Okay. It means that you don't get a will save against it. So that's good.
Yeah, join the No Will Save Club.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh, God.
For one message,
Yes.
I will say.
No, once you agree, it's permanent.
It's those terms of
It is
service.
a contract.
Mm.
It looks like it's just for one, but fine print.
Damn you, Verizon.
So, sometime later, after you go to sleep, you feel the now kind of familiar pull at your dream that draws you into this dark dream space.
The dark dream space has no music.
Oh no, the music is still playing for them. It's just
Yeah,
the
yeah,
speakers turned off.
our speakers.
Now
turned
we
off.
can't hear the music.
Oh,
Speakers
okay.
are bad.
Hmm.
Fiddle with it? I don't know.
We'll figure it
Yeah.
out in a minute.
In a second.
Okay.
Anyway,
Oh, what? This thing?
I got it.
so you get drawn into that dark dream space where you find Tirla waiting for you. Yes, you have the star.
Oh, yes, hello.
Excellent.
I don't think.
Well, that is good. If you'd like, you can bring this one directly to me, as I'm not that far away. Or you can keep it until you have the third one as well.
I think keep for safekeeping is best at the moment.
Sure. I'll begin working on tracking the third item then. Hopefully this one won't be concealed by magic. It should make it significantly easier.
For sure.
And I will get back to you.
Okay.
And then you get dropped back into your... So, as you all travel, or as you all wake up at the edge of this swamp with a solid day traveling through a forest ahead of you, does anyone want to do anything in particular?
Meditate.
Mm-mm. Count my rocks.
Okay.
You want to affix the Bloodseeker beak to my horrible dagger of venom?
Ooh.
Cool. believe
I
that
can
is
help you with that.
A crafting check.
Oh, okay.
Is any
Attached
kind of
Okay.
like a DC 10
Can I
craft-
help him with it? Cool.
is any kind of power anyone would like to specifically request me get from Marshall?
I got 26. Finally.
No? Okay,
Nope.
prepare whatever then.
Um,
Weep.
Oh,
Oh,
the
no.
other way.
That's the other way.
No.
Yeah.
Now it's redone the problem.
Technical difficulty.
Close enough. We're good.
Okay, cool.
It's good enough.
One of them days.
Just one
So,
of them days.
You are fixing the Bloodseeker beak.
Yeah, I had a 20 on my check.
I had
Perfect.
26.
Yeah, you guys managed without problems to put a terrible
Yeah.
blood beak right onto your blade.
It's just the worst.
Blood beak.
It's a proboscis, really.
Blood beak.
Still haven't looked at the one.
No, I haven't. I know. I know what I'm doing,
Sit
Dave.
right here.
And it will
for 3
continue to
episodes.
sit there until I'm ready and the rest are asleep.
Is anybody doing anything else?
I'll just play with Sparks. Here we go.
Oh yeah, I'm just meditating, preparing spells.
I'll train.
Sure.
I will cry.
Sparks spends a short while running through trees, or running through the swamp.
That's so precious.
Trees.
Eating things.
Breathe sparks at some like dragonflies and shit.
Does he try to go in the air and catch them?
He literally does fly up in the air and catch them.
Yeah.
Yes.
He doesn't try. He's good at this shit.
Mm-hmm. Precious.
Okay, so
And then Sparks.
so after Sparks' breakfast with dragonflies, you will find yourself. Yes, it's dragonflies. That's what they're for. It's like cat food.
Okay. Okay.
It's right there in the name, Morgan. Dragonflies are made for being eaten by dragons.
Mm-hmm. Makes
It's
sense.
their sole purpose. What do you do with the hero point? Other. That's important.
Nah.
But after your morning preparations, you're free to set out.
Yep.
So, if you guys could do some perception checking for me, I'll allow 2 people in the morning and 2 people in the afternoon.
I have a 19 on mine.
Mine is 29.
Why do we always have the 2 people with the wisdom score make the perception check at the same time?
I will remind you, Tessie is available for making checks.
Oh, good. She has the eyes of
Yes.
God.
So
Yeah.
if you would like her to be the second half of things.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
please.
I'll roll
please.
the other one, second one as well. I just have
Yeah,
a really
my
you
good
cannot
perception
roll
is
both.
garbage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Then
you
never
have
mind.
both halves of the dice.
All right.
Oh god.
Oh, do you though?
I
It's okay, because Tessie got like 25.
mean, eyes of God. 14.
So,
It's okay.
as you set out into the evergreen forest again, there's a little bit less of a sense of urgency now, so you get a chance to sort of take it in a little bit. As evergreens go, these ones are actually quite tall and fairly closely placed. In a lot of places, the scent of sort of the pine needles is sort of ever present. Not quite oppressive the way pine scent can be, but it's definitely noticeable at all times.
In a pine forest.
And the soft shuffle of pine needles under your feet is kind of an ever-present companion on your way back north. Once or twice, you guys spot off in the distance what looks like movement through the trees. I will let you decide how to react to that.
I could be super happy about it,
I'm-
but
When I
Oh,
spot,
Lord.
I'm just gonna pay some close attention and not really react. It's a swamp. Things move.
Sure. Well, I mean, like, person-shaped movement.
Sure.
Yes.
I'll keep my staff of lightning out.
I'm
like,
just
just,
kind of
like,
like paying
walking
attention,
with
just
it.
on alert. more
Same.
than-
Cool. Turns out people off in the trees can't roll a perception check to save their lives. So, as you guys move, just kind of keep moving. It doesn't seem like anyone takes notice of you.
Not exactly stealth.
No, but they still have to see you.
Sure.
It's still a forest.
Stay in trees, yo.
They were on break. Ooh, hey, I have this flask of whiskey. Want to have some? They just start drinking. Don't even notice when we walk past.
Shooting trees.
They're fairly distant from you by the look. But in any case, you move on without incident for most of the day. There's a few points where the forest starts to feel claustrophobic for some of you, probably, as honestly none of you are super used to being in dense forests. You come from like mountains and monasteries and a place where trees don't grow.
Cities.
Cities too.
Whatever, Emily.
Also places where trees don't grow. Except for carefully manicured ones.
And a very nice planted one in the city I grew up in.
It was one
Hey,
tree.
the one
ironically,
tree. It was
you're
very
nice.
probably the most used to evergreen of anyone.
Oh yes, fir trees were kind of the only tree that lived.
Yeah.
You can't kill fir trees.
They're immortal.
This is a weird day.
It's just today? Really?
Well, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just today.
Just
Let's go with that.
Anyway,
Mhm.
so you get through the day without any major incident. Is there anything you need to do along the way?
Nope.
No.
I'm not checking out that item, Dave.
No, I wasn't looking at you. I was asking the question because I should ask the question.
He's like, it's mine.
It's mine forever, and I will never know what it does.
I'm waiting for
Yeah,
the right opportunity, okay?
He's kind of walking along, probably humming some dwarvish tune.
I'll hum along too.
Not knowing any dwarvish tunes, you just make random noises.
Yeah. You know.
Cool. So, actually, you have Arcana trained?
What? Nope. That's
Okay.
a fat no.
Never mind then.
Oh,
Don't worry
No.
about it. Good.
I
yay.
don't like this.
Don't worry about it. It's
Why?
fine.
Emmeline?
GM would never scheme. Oh, it wasn't me. Me, I don't scheme. No.
Lies.
So, as night falls again, and the kind of like almost oppressive darkness takes over with the moonlight struggling to get through the trees. Well, not moonlight yet, but the setting sunlight struggling to get through the trees. You estimate you probably have another like 4 or 5 hours travel to get out of the forest. Practice back onto Cadian land within striking distance of Southwatch.
As it's starting to get dark.
Yes, you know that it is going to be pretty pitch black in this forest in the next hour.
We should camp.
The
I agree.
probably we make so should make it there probably early-ish tomorrow, about midday tomorrow maybe. So let's find spot for camp. A reasonably good camping spot.
Sure. Make like a stealth check if you're looking for a spot specifically that would be hideable, or if you're just looking for a spot that won't kill you.
I'll do
Different
that.
check. That would be
Oh,
like
that's
a
a
survival check.
Where did my...
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
all right.
oh,
Try your pencil.
thank you. I was like, where did it go?
I'll do the survival check. So that we don't end up going into quicksand or something.
What?
That is
25.
bad.
What did you roll?
25
For what?
for stealth.
Oh, for
okay.
stealth? Oh, let me roll a stealth.
And
There's
I'll
somebody
roll a
who's good at
survival
this.
since I was looking. 19.
Oh, wait,
I rolled
26.
11.
Find a survivable spot.
26 stealth. And did you roll stealth as well?
Yeah, 24. Why
Okay.
do you have such a high stealth score?
Because she's
It's Dex.
got it trained.
I am sneaky monk.
Sneaky monks.
The most sneaky monk.
So, between the two pairs of you, managed to find a spot that both looks like it doesn't actively contain snakes, and looks like it's got enough cover from all sides that reasonably well hidden as the last of the light disappears. You all set up your camp.
Excellent.
So I'm going to take like 30 minutes to do 3 glyphs of warning with burning hands in them. For second
And I'm going to
level.
set up an alarm spell.
Glyph of warding, as I recalled, is basically just a trap.
Yeah, it's a you can set an effect to like trigger.
And the
So
trigger is someone step here.
basically, yeah, or like around a very small area.
She's making magic claymores.
Yeah.
That's what I assumed. But
Yeah.
to be honest, I haven't read the spell level.
Claymore Roomba. The Doomba.
Yes. And I'll set it up like a triangle
Glyph of warding on a
here,
Roomba.
and then have like the flames go like here to set off.
Kind of bordering.
I'm still just going to view it as a magical little Roomba that runs around and explodes.
It just sparks a little flame.
Well, next upgrade sparks. Right?
All of Scree's spells are just manifest sparks.
Right.
All
so,
right.
So you guys set glyphs and an alarm. Anything else you are doing? Start.
Do we set up watch?
Probably.
Okay,
It's not a bad idea.
I'll take first.
There was movement in threes, so.
I'll take first.
I will
Okay.
take second.
I'll catch third.
You get last.
As he gets sleep.
So, I'm
Oh
gonna
no,
wait.
we've let the eyes of God sleep.
Yes. Yeah.
They must rest to preserve their divinity.
Yes. I'm gonna wait till they're all asleep, and then I'll pull out that item.
It is a Creed's Guard badge.
Mm-hmm.
If you would like to roll nature, you may.
Ooh.
That is your relevant magical stat. It's like specifically schooled.
Why do I keep rolling that? It's 11. Can I look at it one more time before it's Emily's turn?
I believe you
Right.
can.
Okay.
I believe you have to wait. Not sure. That is though. But we'll say yes.
Okay. 16.
That is
Next time.
You can definitely
On
tell
Dragon
it
Ball Z.
is magic.
It's what?
You can tell it definitely is magic.
Great. Great. Yeah, it's getting shoved back into the bag. Morgan. Oh.
One day we'll play Dragon Ball Z, the role-playing game. It'll just be 4 hours of screaming.
One
The
day.
mechanic is you must scream. In order to
The louder you
perform
scream,
moves.
they use a decibel meter. If you can get above 90 decibels, that's like a +2. If you get above 100, that's like +3.
Great.
You just
Yeah.
use Call of Cthulhu dice
But as,
for your detect your decibel.
as, as you are sitting there watching, you notice that the quality of the light filtering through the trees is a little bit.
I roll like a nature check to see like what would make it odd. Don't fail me again. It fucking failed me again. That's a 10.
It failed you just to spite you.
I know.
The coloration is weird,
Okay.
That's some weird light.
Some weird shit.
Might be weird.
The fact that you made a camp specifically to be surrounded by trees so that it would be difficult to see also makes it difficult to see the sky.
Okay.
If you would like to try and move to a different angle, you might be able to get a decent look.
Sure, I'll try that. All right.
So you can walk a little bit of a distance, and this time you can make perception or.
All right, they're the same. 25.
You look up, catch just through the gap between two of the apples. Right.
That's great, you guys.
Specifically, the smaller of the two moons.
Okay. Fuck you, Dave. I'm gonna go back to camp.
Other
Sure.
people's backstories also suck, not just mine.
I'm gonna go back to camp and cry.
Okay.
No. Amelie, wake up. It's your turn.
Oh, thank you, Goblin Friend.
Yes, the light is. Yep.
I beg your pardon?
She just wakes you up like, it's your turn. The light.
The moon.
Walks away.
Just gonna be pacing all night now.
Cool. Can you make a will save, please?
No. No, it's a bad. Ha. It's okay. Life is good. 22.
Fine
Scree
for it.
turns into a goblin dog. Where goblin dog?
No, that's not what this is. This is worse.
Yay.
This is we all get set on fire. I like
It's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's great.
So Amelie, you wake up for your watch. And Scree remains awake, pacing around the edge of the camp.
Goblin Friend, is everything okay?
Everything's fine. Just looking for the tree people. They're everywhere. Possibly.
Would you like assistance with the tree people?
Yes, that is what we do on watch.
Okay. So I'm gonna look. We're gonna look for tree people.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know the perception
Okay.
to look for tree people.
Please roll a perception to look for trees.
You find a lushy. Look, I found the tree people. What?
I'm gonna roll a 27.
I rolled. That's a lot better than me.
You
Does
rolled
that-
a 27 on the d20?
I rolled a 17. My perception is 10.
You rolled a 27. She's
Yeah.
that good.
Well, I am a stealthy monk.
Anyway, you don't seem to see any tree people.
Darn.
Everywhere, tell ya.
You're looking pretty hard. You feel like you've got a decent idea of like what's out there. It seem to be tree people.
I wasn't prepared for this, Dave.
If you got to be prepared for everything, then it wouldn't be much fun, would
Like
it?
I would know when my birthday is.
No.
Just saying.
The fire moon doesn't come always on your birthday. It's not an annual event. Just
Every
because you
other-
were. No, it's every year and a half ish.
Yeah. That's what I count as my birthdays, though.
Well,
Totally.
that's cool, but that's, unless you have Arcana trained, you don't have like astronomy knowledge.
Don't tell me what I don't know.
Your sheet tells you what you
I know. Oh, this is not fun. Okay.
Are you sure there's nothing bothering you, Goblin Friend?
It's the moon. It's fine. I'm just gonna
The
eat
moon?
the baklava.
The moon is fine.
So pretty.
You may make a perception or nature check if you wish.
Wow.
Oh.
Nat 20.
Well,
You catch a perfect framing of the moon. Specifically, Telesia, the smaller of the two moons. And it is
Very red.
radiating brightly red.
That is a very red moon.
yep. Yep.
Do you not like the color?
Oh. Yeah, but no.
I find this odd since you like fire.
You're odd. Don't question my problems. Pace.
You could roll another one.
No. Oh no. way. Okay, 11 again.
Could I just see your sheet for a minute, please?
You have to? Which part of my sheet?
The one that has your spells on it, please.
They're all replaced with moon spells.
I just hope Kana doesn't.
Deep sigh.
Oh, I didn't draw my new bramble chart on my new page of notes.
Oh no. How
Tragedy.
dare.
Oh. Cool. Amelie, if you would make a fortitude save.
Oh, cool.
This is not cool. This is very not cool.
That is a 28.
Cool. You sort of feel some kind of magical energy come off of Scree for a moment, and it seems to make your skin like tingle a little bit, but it doesn't seem to do anything.
Don't trust it.
I don't trust it.
Your fourth spell in your first level slot has been expended, by the way.
Fuck.
Goblin friend? Is there something you wish to talk about?
Did I feel the magic come out?
Yes, you were very aware that something just happened.
It's happening again. We need to wake the others up. I have to tell you guys something.
Okay.
We need to sit around in a little circle with a fire and
Okay. So I go and wake up Emmeline and Ivan and Tessie.
yes, Tessie. But she is here still. I'm gonna make a little fire pit. Put some fire in that bitch. And then
Presumably,
cry.
you guys had a fire pit of some kind already. You had to
Second
cook
fire
food to eat
pit,
it,
Dave.
so-
Better
the
fire
story
pit.
fire pit.
It's for the second moon, Dave.
There's the cooking fire and the story fire. This one's the story fire.
Yes.
You wake me up.
Yes.
It's time for watch.
No. There's something wrong with Scree, and I do not know what it is.
Oh, okay.
Get up.
You're so concerned.
Is
Thanks.
I will regain the voice when wake up. He stands up and starts putting on his armor.
Sure.
Okay.
Is
It's gonna be rocking back and forth.
the
Okay.
Takes a few minutes.
Going on?
Everybody.
you know what's going on, guys? Bree, are you okay?
No! Everything is wrong! It's the fire moon. I'm cursed. Everything's happening again. And I'm sorry,
Oh.
Amelie.
Moon is
Why are you sorry?
quite
Because my
red.
magic goes off. Weird.
Oh.
Die.
It's okay. do
Granny
not
said it
impact
wouldn't
me.
die this time. She's a liar. I will kill her myself. Looking at Tessie right now, staring at her.
Before we kill own the grandmas, maybe explain what is wrong with Fire Moon.
Curse.
She's got the idea.
Ah,
I was
okay.
born on what happened, like 3 moons ago?
Probably.
Yeah. 3 fire moons ago was the night that I was born, and my shaman in the tribe, well, we're all superstitious, and he said that I was cursed, and lo and behold, I am. So, life sucks, and the fire moon can go to hell, and I don't want to hurt you guys, so I should probably just leave.
What is the nature of this curse?
I don't know. Do you think that I would know? I don't.
Well, I mean, how does it manifest?
Moon.
No,
My
but what
spells.
happens?
Blah, blah, blah.
Your
Spells.
spells what cast themselves?
Yeah. Something like that, yeah. Hey.
I roll occultism
You
to
may.
try and figure something.
Is
That's
there
very
religion
low.
relevant at all, or I'm like, well, this seems out of my wheelhouse. So maybe we can pray for lift curse might work.
18?
You've heard stories of people's magic going haywire. There's usually something causing it. But in terms of how relevant that is to this particular situation, it's questionable.
Yeah.
It's there's precedent for people's magic doing things that are not expected or intended.
I have a question. Is everyone's magic, does it have anything to do with like their emotions or anything like that?
Not specifically. I mean,
Okay.
spontaneous casters, their magic comes more sort of like spontaneously, obviously.
Okay.
Not according to the rules, but flavor text.
Yes. Sorcerers, I mean, a sorcerer gets angry, and sometimes, they can. For a sorcerer to cast a spell is a little bit less, academic than a wizard or even a bard to some, because it's so innate.
But you can only cast so many spells a day.
I don't really know if that has a limit, though. Never gotten that bad yet, but you never know. Could all end up dead. Then I go kill Tessie's grandma because she lied. So
I think us dying is unlikely. I mean, you are.
I can't help the narrative opportunity if you would roll a will save for me.
no. No.
Okay, I'll take your sheet back for a second, please.
It's a natural one. I hate my life.
Dice got a story to
It's a
tell.
natural
Oh
one.
man.
Oh.
Well, then I get to pick.
Oh, Ivan.
I think us dying is unlikely.
I better be the target here.
With this spell list, that doesn't necessarily make it exclusive to only you.
Just
Yay.
fireball the entire party. We all die.
We all die.
It's like Scree just explodes.
Guys, I'm cursed. Well, she's not cursed any longer.
Okay, if you could make a reflex save for me, please.
I don't think I can.
No, just.
Oh,
But
just
we'll
have it.
see.
I know you're not intended to.
It's actually not bad. That is a 22.
Ah!
And you guys are saving against screen shit like heroes.
I don't
Okay.
have to kill my friends.
Big damn
today.
hero.
That does actually nothing. Except a giant sphere of fire engulfs you, and you just kind of like lunge out of the way of it. So that's gonna be.
Oh,
sustained
okay.
for a while. That's what a natural one does.
Oh, great. I'm sorry. I swear that's not me.
It's okay. Like I say, I do not think will kill us, but probably going to want to
Oh,
be careful.
Ivan.
5 and 6. That's 6 seconds.
Amelie, please make a reflex.
Does it sustain itself, I suppose?
It sustains itself because she rolled a natural one. So we're
Does
gonna
it
get
move
rounds.
at me?
No, I'm rolling
21.
Ah.
21.
You said the 14 save?
21.
Okay, you save and take no damage.
Yes!
Keep going.
Oh god,
Tessie.
I'm.
You have a spell that kind of bolsters physical will, correct? Because I know because she casted it on me. She has a spell that increases your will saves by 1,
Yeah.
I believe.
Trying to remember what that is.
I don't remember what it was either.
Sherry.
Sherry,
Which
save
one
us.
is it? Sherry!
I'm going to take some time, see if I can find anything I can do to help. Let me know.
Pray to the marshal, please.
This plan. Let me know if you need me for something
Look,
beforehand.
Ivan, please make another reflex save.
I'm going to make a... While things are going
That is a 20.
Okay. How much damage does Flaming Sphere do?
a lot. Oh, wait, I don't have a survival. That's right.
Uh, 3d6.
Please take 7 points of fire damage.
Oh.
Plus 1 for burning, or for burn it, right?
Oh yeah, plus 1 for.
Oh Oh God, Ivan.
Okay, well, it will be hard to pray if this keeps following
We should
me.
just climb a tree real
About
quick.
that time, the flaming sword dissipates.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay,
see,
we're
that
fine.
makes much easier.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
have salve intent. I am going to see if I can do any to help. I'm going to do a treat wounds on myself. I'm going to my tent, do a treat wounds on myself, and then start to pray.
Sure.
And I'm going to be like just kind of meditating on what powers I have and see if there's anything. I'm basically going to be preparing myself.
So much for not dying.
Right.
No, you're not gonna kill us. It's fine.
Kill me.
You're lucky. I stared at that fireball on the list for like 45 seconds. I'm like,
I mean, you can.
I-
But I don't have any 3rd level spells left. So.
Oh God. Yay.
God.
You don't have any normal first level stuff. Right?
Yeah, good. Here's the thing. You don't have any 3rd level spells left. The moon, however.
The moon can fuck off.
Okay, first idea, kill moon.
Yes. Just
Stop
throw
mocking
me at the moon and I will kill it.
Yeet.
Eat that moon right out of the sky.
Oh God.
Did we pass by any rivers at any point recently? Okay, so we can't just shove Scree in a body of water.
Interesting, but no.
You could probably get the rest of Sven's family though. Oh my God. You could get Sven's son. Pick up the mantle from
Big
Sven's.
Sven's son moved to Scortile.
To get away
His
from
name
the
is
fire.
also Sven. It's Sven Svensson.
Sven.
He moved to Scortile to start a new life.
I hate this. Poor Sven.
He is cursed too.
His
We
whole
don't have any
family's
rituals
cursed
yet.
to die by
Can
my
do.
hand.
Does anyone have a plan?
I'm gonna
Nope.
cast guidance.
Sure. Your next check or your next save will have a +1.
Great.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
No. No.
We'll wait until
Okay.
until Ivan over there finishes preparing his spell.
It's gonna be a while. You all do something. I need to meditate for like an hour.
Yeah, I'm just
So
saying.
I'm,
you will-
I'm chilling and
I'm allowing that the next will save to take like an hour. So keep talking.
How have you gotten through previous iterations of this before?
Well, let's see. Half of my tribe died the first year.
That's not promising.
It's not. My was going to be husband's dad died, the chief of another tribe, which is great. So, you know.
Well, that's only one person, so we can get rid of Ivan.
Scree +3. Scree +3. You know, it's not been good.
out of, out of the tent you hear, Emmeline does not get healed.
Yeah, I deserve that.
It's just, you know, it's been one shit show after the next every time.
Crab finder?
You sense my glyphs?
Oh shit, yeah, you have glyphs around. We're all gonna die.
Oh no. Great. Dave. No, Dave.
The glyphs do have a very specific function. They can't just like turn and fire inward. I guess they could. But
I actually don't like
There
have
must
anything
be a way
within my.
to at least ameliorate your powers during this time.
Maybe if you just kill me, it'll go away. Bring me back. Who
Nope.
knows?
I'm gonna go and I'm gonna grab you by the shoulders and pick and lift you up because I can't remember. I forget my own strength sometimes.
Oh God.
Goblin friend, that is not an option.
I mean,
That is not an option.
it is an option. It just
No.
might not be one that you want.
It is not an option.
Okay. All right. Put
You
me
are
down
our
then.
friend, and we will help you. We will do what we can to help you.
I don't think that. Do you want to kill the moon? Cause.
If we have to.
All right. Spaceship time.
God grant me the serenity.
Then it's a Starfinder game.
Yeah. That's my one shot. Going to kill the moon.
Yep.
That'll be good.
Sure.
I feel like we should just have to kill a fish. I keep thinking of that one Avatar episode.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Jen is talking about that too, so don't worry about it.
Poor koi fish.
It's gotta go, you know.
Sadly, no bodies of water around to have moonfish in them.
I roll lore cults to think of any like cult things that are based around the moon. To like maybe try and think of any
Sure.
rituals or something I can do to like.
I have a thing I want to try. I don't know if it'll work.
Okay.
I want to try to see if teaching Scree how to meditate might help her. At the very least, calm things down. Because, I mean, here's my big thing. As a monk in a monastery, part of being able to control, like, my anger and my powers and so on and so forth is by meditation, is by trying to keep myself calm. And while I don't know a whole lot about curses, I think maybe helping her gain more self-control would at least have her try to maybe build some willpower or something like that, you know?
I will allow you to spend some time attempting to teach her to meditate. If Scree would like to learn to meditate.
I will. Yes.
Okay.
Anything that helps.
What would that be?
Religion, probably?
Okay.
No.
That was a 12.
Let me know when I am able to. Be
Probably
done.
about now, because
That was a
attempting
12.
to teach meditation takes some time. You just this whole thing is
Necklace.
too disturbing for
Oh.
and you're spontaneously casting ghost sound.
Yeah,
So
of
things
course.
are whispering to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can
Shut
help.
up, shut up.
I can help with some things. So, I can only do enough, I think, to protect 3 of us for a period of time. So,
Protect Emmeline, she's the weakest.
It's like, thanks.
Great.
Love you.
Well, at least Scree cares.
You may be the lowest tier friend, but you are still friend tier.
Yay. It's okay. You don't have any will
it will
saves,
not
right?
last for
Will save
a terribly
targeting.
long time.
My reflex save is great.
Let me start to kind of think and mutter to myself about something in Dwarvish, and while kind of playing with a holy icon, it will be able to protect against fire, but only for about 10 minutes at a time. So I can protect someone for 10 minutes against fire. I can do this 3 times. I have
But
also have ability of lots of heal, as well as I can repair anything that gets broken.
So we can get 3 of us with protection spells, and then the 4th one can just stay out of range.
Yeah, for 10 minutes. 4th one, I have something else, but do not know if it will work. Attack against fire, probably going to work. I think that was... But again, only lasts for 10 minutes. If this goes on all night, we'll need to think of when we want.
How long does this usually last?
how long does the blood moon last?
A night. I mean,
Yeah. Okay. A night. Just one night. Night of hell for me, but a night.
Well, if
not
we see some kind of... If there's any sort of indication when next will happen, then we could use...
You have to.
I love your animosity. It's the best.
Mm.
Do you have to be able to see caster spells?
No. Right?
Damn it.
No.
I mean, you have to be able to see to target your spells,
Yeah.
but you're not the one targeting them, so...
Right.
I think in general, stop Scree from casting spells does not necessarily stop spell from being cast. Is a problem. Otherwise, simply you could try something like knockout scree for night.
That's what I was thinking.
But I think if she's asleep, spell cast anyway.
Either kill me or
It was putting you to,
leave
it
me
was
be.
putting you, it was like making you go to sleep. Not like not
I
not
would've
knocking your
prepared-
lights out.
I have a
Just
but, like,
spell
sucking
to
you
put
out.
to sleep.
Great.
Only dreams now.
You're no longer a frontier at all, Emmeline. You dropped off the list.
No.
Enemy number 1.
Her idea.
She did it though. It would be
It's
her.
Emily's fault.
It would be her.
No, we established this early on. Emmeline doesn't make threats. She just stabs people.
Right.
Not chokes people out.
Either way,
So Ivan then.
either way, it's generally I can only do for 10 minutes. So perhaps we want to simply be on toes if we see some sort of spark or something. I
Sparks.
cast spells.
I'm gonna need you to fly into the trees and stay away from me, okay, baby? It's for your greater good.
Okay.
Be my lookout. I love you.
What were you telling Dragon? Do not speak Goblin.
To get away from me. I don't want to hurt him.
Oh, yeah, probably good idea for
He's my
night.
baby.
Have him out of range.
And he can keep track of the tree people. They're everywhere.
Did you see
Fuckers.
more movement?
Will most likely.
There's
fall
the
asleep.
people here now. Okay, well, we have other problems. then.
Like I know him very. We know him very well. He will most likely fall asleep doing this.
Oh yeah, no. Sparks like
Yeah.
crawls up into a tree and just like flops over a branch.
That's my boy. You go, baby. So proud. Mama, so proud. Sorry that I killed your grandpa. Essentially. This is a rough night.
Emmeline will go
Killed
back to her
Spark
pack
Grandpa.
and
Yes. Oh, you caught that.
I mean, she was speaking goblin.
Oh, was she?
Just
Okay.
Yeah.
talking to Sparks.
I want to look through my uncle's journal. I don't think that there's going to be anything on that,
Sure.
but like look for anything like moon cult related
Sure.
rituals that might be useful. Anything that he might have had notes on. Knowledge cult lore 17, 21.
There's some talk about moon phases and specific moon phases correlating with rituals and things.
Yeah, I'm specifically looking for any rituals that like have relation to moon, like anything that maybe he had like symbols written down or something that he had come across. snippets.
There's one that is part of a ritual that seems to be only cast on the eclipse by a certain cult. Though his notes suspect that the ritual actually doesn't do much of anything. It's supposed to be some kind of curse.
Mhm.
But his research suggested that it's really just people wasting their time.
Yeah.
will-
Yeah. It'll just be a try and tough it
I
through
will
the night.
start looking to see what I can do about curses. I
Okay.
do not know what anything I can do now. But
Okay.
perhaps at some point I will meditate on.
Cool. I have an idea.
Sure.
I'm going to waste all my spell slots. And
Okay.
just throw shit.
His burning hands.
I was thinking,
Just
you know,
keep it going.
wasting
Sven's hair bite.
ventriloquism.
Going down.
I ship Sven.
I thought airship would be safe.
Okay.
Aw.
Air Sven is no more. Oh, the humanity.
Ship's written going down.
So you burn all your spells. Cast ventriloquism a bunch.
Yeah, and then for the... yep.
Well, you can't. What level is ventriloquism?
First, and then I will do
So
resist
you have
energy.
you have to do a spell that you. Okay, you're already out of first level spell slots, aren't you?
No, am I?
Oh no, you used third level burn. Okay,
Yeah.
for the glyphs. Okay,
Yeah.
so you're at a third level spell slots.
Mhm.
You burn through all your first sun ventriloquism, and then you resist energy. What energy are you resisting?
Fire.
It's
here,
a good choice.
here.
So everyone has resist energy.
But if she's about to cast it, I go like, wait, hold on. Again, think of duration.
Right, but if I just use all my spells, it won't let me cast anything else. So, and if not, well, it's about time for another one, probably.
It's fair.
So,
Well, fair enough. Not
you know,
not bad thought.
Dave.
We should probably stay spread out. What is the largest spell that you can cast?
Fireball.
Uh,
She can make
The 40-foot range, no, 40-foot radius, I believe.
40-foot
40-foot
radius?
duration.
Thought.
Let me
Maybe
double
it's
check.
20-foot radius.
in 3.5 it was 20, but it might be different
It's
now.
a 20-foot
Maybe it's a
burst.
40-foot range.
20-foot burst.
Radius. Yeah,
Okay.
I think that's within a 40-foot range.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
40
within 500 feet.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Well, yeah, but as long as we're not standing next to each other, she can't hit all of us with it. So perhaps we should
Challenge
spread it out.
accepted.
Don't test me.
Didn't you know she took the weird polyhedral meta magic?
Also, we're in the middle of a very dense forest.
It's fine.
On pine needles.
Odd pine needle.
It's fine.
Sure.
I can. No, I can't because I used up.
Well, no.
Ivan, did you
it's-
prepare
Cannot
create water
cast
today?
Water in
No.
Fuck.
It's fine. It's fine.
We have our canteens if we need to use them.
I don't think this is gonna get very far.
We'll just stomp it.
If you could cast, roll a will save for me then.
+1.
Can I have any sort of
Plus
perception to
one.
get any indication something is coming, and thus making it
We'll find out.
16.
Okay. What did you have in mind?
start throwing up resist energy on everyone as soon as I notice
The
fires.
resist energy is actually still in effect,
Okay, then I will not bother.
which is cool because the thing you notice happening is the air around you starts sort of rotating,
Uh-oh.
and then it kind of starts swirling faster. You notice sparks moving through not the dragon sparks.
Oh,
but
I was like, hold up, he's
actual
asleep.
like fire sparks,
Oh god.
like little motes of flame starting to rotate around you.
Don't like that.
Get down.
Okay, well,
and
Duck for
finally,
cover.
For a moment, you are actually surrounded.
It's beautiful, but
And you see
dangerous.
only a sort of whirlwind of fire around you. The rest of you at the front of this whirlwind of fire actually see almost like a burning, it looks like a burning like rack,
Mmm.
and then it spreads open.
Mmm.
I take a step back.
I get into
Help.
tiger stance.
I'll allow you to get into Tiger's. And
Knives
out
out.
of this crack emerges a big pile of flame. And a couple of little shapes.
Quick, I should cast fire at it.
Why?
I am going to
Why are
raise
they
my
coming
shield
out of a crack?
and
I'm
stand-
sorry, but that's where my mind went.
God damn it, Morgan.
There's a
Sure.
pile of flame coming out of a crack.
It is a shapeless mass of flame.
That doesn't make it better.
Anyway,
I am going to have my shield raised
sure.
and like at the ready, my
And
shield raised.
at the feet of this shape are three smaller things that look weirdly like oversized rats.
God damn
We are
it.
here to
Rats
solve
that
your
are
rat
about-
problem.
That are about like big cat, small dog size, except that they're kind of dark, a dark like almost black ash gray.
Hmm.
Except at the top of their backs, it looks like there's kind of a fissure in their actual bodies, and flame is like almost magma. It's slowly like oozing out of the top of their bodies, and from that, this acrid smoke rises, starts filling the air.
Okay.
At which point, I need everyone to initiatives for me.
That's a natural 1. Today is great.
You're a
That's
bit
what's your
distracted
perception,
right
right?
now.
Yeah, it'd be perception.
26.
Maybe perception.
I wanna
Let me,
use my
hang on,
hero
let me get. Is anybody over?
It's cool that we're there.
Yeah,
now.
you guys are at a level where it's very possible to be over 30.
And
Not
is
for
anyone over
me.
30?
For
Let
me.
check something real quick.
Wisdom? Fuck that shit.
Okay.
Who needs wisdom?
Anyone over 25?
Yeah,
Okay.
28.
28.
26.
Okay, Emilian, we can be losers together.
You're stuck in the fire.
I want to talk about it.
25 to 20. Oh. 20 to 15.
16. No, sorry. Hang on. Math is hard. 18. Basic addition. Why?
She is.
Are you rolling for Tessie?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Scree, you were a natural.
Yeah, so 7.
Par for the
If
course.
that makes any difference.
It does.
Great. Wonderful.
7.
So
Okay.
good.
So that sort of tornado of fire.
7 is a lucky number.
Thank you for your
I
optimism.
don't think it's so lucky right now.
This playlist.
It doesn't feel lucky.
It ain't.
Okay, so I know these aren't pine trees because I don't have a pine tree model yet. But I'm working on it.
Soon.
This dense patch of trees.
Those are what pine trees look like on an aileron.
Yes, they look exactly like all the other trees. Except, I don't know.
And the other trees look like pine trees. Subversion.
Dun.
Mm-mm.
I get all my magic items ready.
Right.
We haven't gotten to move the new enchantments around.
Not yet.
Boom. Okay. So,
It's fine.
first up is Ivan.
Okay.
You see a big pile
combat
of flame
mode
in front of you. You do notice, however, that the smoke has risen to the point that it is oddly difficult to precisely see where things
Uh-oh.
kind of stings your eyes. It's almost like they're all concealed. So are you. Weird.
I
Who's past the book?
am going to cast Sanctuary upon myself.
Okay.
I'm going to swing at one.
Okay. Please roll a DC 5 flat check.
Yep.
Okay. Proceed to swing at one. Which one are you swinging? You have a
One
rat.
right next to me.
You have a rat over here and the main
Oh.
flame thing. Right
Which one is billowing smoke?
The rats are the ones building.
I will swing at a rat.
Okay. Take the leftward rat.
The resist energy is still up on everyone.
Correct. How much does that resist?
I think only one.
Oh,
5. Resist energy resists
Oh,
5.
yeah.
At its base
5.
That is a 14 to hit.
That will not quite hit.
I think so. And then I will raise my shield.
I should cast fire at him and maybe it'll make him our friend.
Okay, we
They
do it.
just eat the fire.
You lash out with your sword at this little oversized but still fairly small creature, and you feel like you have a good idea where it is, but you can't. You like misjudge the angle. You can't quite get it.
So I'm gonna move flank either.
Flank. Oh, to be beside Ivan.
But
Okay.
yeah, to be side-
Do you want toward the rat or toward the flame elemental?
Wait, no, no.
Okay.
Yes, punch the flames.
Punch the fire with your
That'll
bare
do
hands.
good.
Yes, I will.
She's got hand wrappings. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's so cute.
She's got cloth wrapped around her hand. Fire can't possibly get.
Oh, also, I have a question.
Yes.
Would I be able to use my head wrap as like a mouth cover?
Sure.
But I need to use an action to do that. Sweet. All right, I'm gonna do that. Kind of like so the active spell. I'm gonna my move was one move, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and you actually. Yeah, you're fine for right now. So he is still concealed. So if you want to attack him, you are going to need to make a DC 5 flat check. You are good. Proceed to attack.
I'm gonna do a flurry of blows.
Okay.
Punch him!
That is a 23.
That will hit. Let's roll your 2d8s.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh no.
No.
12 and 4.
16.
Yes.
Okay. You lash out, and it seems to kind of have mass. Like, hit it, and sort of the fire wisps away from your fist. But there seems to be an actual, like, body in it. Sort of.
Do I take any damage from hitting it, or is it
You
because I...
don't.
Okay.
Nice.
Is that because of the resistance to fire or no?
No. Well, you can't really tell, but no.
Oh, okay. So, my next one is at -4, correct?
Correct.
What?
Oh no.
I was so close. It's by your foot.
You have
If only there was some kind of tray we
Yeah.
could use to keep the dice from falling off the table.
Shush. That's a nat 20.
Yay.
Nat 20 minus 4 now.
It's
Still a
an
nat
natural
20.
Okay. Nat 20. Will I do the 13 minus 4 then?
No, it's fine. A natural 20 still is a critical.
Automatic hit.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a 33.
Yeah, it definitely crits. So crits either way. So please roll your 2d8s.
Awesome. Alright, I'll use this thing. 5.
D10.
That's,
Okay.
oh my god. 7. 14. And then 18.
Do you also roll a D6 or something with your?
No.
I'm in Tiger
Oh,
Stance.
yeah, because it's critical. It does 1d6 bleeding, but he's immune to bleeding, so don't.
He cannot bleed.
He
He
cannot
bleeds fire.
bleed. And did you double it? The critical.
Oh, I rolled 18. I did 18, so 36.
Cool. Fortunately, he
You
resists
rolled-
your stunning strike, or stunning fist. That's neat.
Nice.
36.
I was doing.
Where was that last week?
So,
Right?
you lash out and you kind of like claw at the middle of this thing, and you feel the fire part around your hand as you get a solid hit. And you're like, oh, this thing has mass. Cool. So you just whirl around and do like a Bruce Lee spin kick through the middle of its head. And it just goes reeling backwards. But now it's pissed off.
Embers fly everywhere.
And it's turn. Oh wait, no, you still have one more action. You will have to roll another flat check to attack it again because it's still concealed. I've decided that while flurry of blowsing, you only need to make this. It's fine. It's a DC 5.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
it's just a 1 in 5 or 1 in 4 chance of you fail. So
I'm gonna go for mine.
it's right next to you.
that requires a runway.
It's just a kick.
You can do a jump kick, I guess.
Is this -8 right now?
Yes.
Okay. That's 3 plus 13.
That is enough. So as you feel like solid connection, you go around for another hit, and it sort of just has like stopped being solid in that spot. And your foot just goes like straight through fire.
Like, this is where it's vulnerable. No, it's no longer vulnerable.
It has ceased being vulnerable there. And it comes around with its own giant fiery fist.
Cool.
It can punch too.
It can also punch for a 26. You take 5 points of. You take no points of fire damage,
I was
actually.
saying, like, wait a minute.
Haha.
Wait a minute. Ah!
And you also take no points of persistent fire damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy!
Resist energy.
Yeah.
Only did 5 damage.
It did 5 points of damage plus 4 points of persistent fire. And since
Flashes back to vampire.
Right?
Okay, so it smacks you with this giant fire that just kind of like hits this shield against you and just like doesn't stick at all.
Oh, I lied. It does 6 points of fire.
You take 1 damage.
No, it does 6 after resistant.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
I didn't look down at it's 2d6 plus 6.
Yeah.
I was just paying it. I went on to the 2d4 persistent fire before reading that part. So I'm going to attempt to hit you again. That's not as good. That is 19.
Nope. What? Oh.
Oh wait, no, that's no, yeah. That's okay. Oh,
Yes.
no, okay. It starts flailing at you and doesn't.
But why? But why?
The flare.
The flail!
No.
And then rats. Oh, Charlie,
Happens.
I know that one.
Happens.
if you could make a fortitude save, by the way, Charlie. I forgot to have you do it at the beginning.
28.
Good. That works. Okay.
Honey Badger don't care.
27 to hit you. Ivan.
Yes.
From the fire rats?
Yes.
Damn.
It rolls pretty well.
They are adorable.
You take. Yeah, they're pretty cute. In a, burning rat kind of way. Nope. That literally didn't have any possibility of rolling a number that mattered, so I don't know why I rolled it. But you do take 4 points of fire damage.
I am going to use my shield block action.
Okay.
Block it.
Sure. You
Does
take.
0 points.
Yes. Does not get through the hardness. Nope. And right, because it doesn't get through the shield either. Okay.
Yeah, buddy.
The hardness.
The hardness is too good. It does not.
It's too hard.
Oh no.
Please stop talking about the rat's hardness.
Amelie, if you would be so kind as to make a fortitude save for me.
Hey, it doesn't get flanking bonuses if you're making saves.
That's a 21.
Nice.
That is interestingly not enough.
Whoa.
Damn.
You become sickened 1,
Oh dear.
which, for reference, I will read off of my lovely chart. Status penalty equal to the value on all checks and DCs. You cannot willingly ingest anything. You can spend an action retching to attempt a fortitude save against the DC. the sickening effect. On a success, you reduce the value by 1.
Usually I'm the one that.
So you are sickened 1. So
Very
it's
bad.
basically -1 to everything until you spend an action to try and make it. To puke up the weird acrid smoke. Or cough. But so yeah, as this rat comes up next to you, it's sort of like your lungs just fill with this smoke. Even through the mouth covering, it's not quite enough.
I tried.
Oh god, I have to take the thing off too.
It's a 28.
Oh, yeah.
You take a single point of fire damage.
She's still resistant.
I think that's
That one is.
Dave,
Yes.
I also realized I forgot that I had cast Sanctuary myself before.
Oh yeah, so it's
So I needed to make a will save, but it doesn't matter because it didn't.
okay.
Sanctuary.
We'll call it good.
Yeah.
It scrabbled at you one way or another.
Actually, let me.
Hunter, the sanctuary moves on without you.
Warframe references. Really? That's where we are.
What we always are.
23.
Yes.
Okay, they're rolling fairly well. I mean, that it's just I'm not telling you when they're not rolling well. I make rolls and I'm like, that misses. No reason to roll it. So that does 5 points of fire damage.
It should roll for the Sanctuary just to make sure it doesn't get a critical failure. It does.
What's your DC?
21.
It critically fails.
Yeah.
It cannot attack me for a minute.
Sure.
So
Oh.
basically for the rest of the time.
Fuck you, rat.
Fucking
Attack. Nope, that one misses. Okay. So the rat comes. Basically, you all get swarmed by these rats. Everything within 5 feet of the rats are concealed in smoke, and they start like biting at your ankles. Ivan, your ankles are properly armored, and also the rat is stopped by your sanctuary spell. Amelie, your ankles are not properly armored, but you are resisting
Those
energy.
bite me
so
and just
it's
cannot
like,
summon the will to do it.
armor.
You just can't figure out where to bite you. You're just like,
But yeah.
over here maybe? No.
He just realizes I'm not worth fighting. I'm too good for that.
You could do that.
Sure.
you
That's
dwarf.
Too dwarf.
You
Too
dwarf.
dwarf for biting.
So, Emmeline, it is yours.
I'm gonna move and flank this one with Amelie.
Sure.
And I'm gonna fight it. I'm gonna roll the. Do I need to roll concealment?
Yes, you will need to do a DC.
Okay. 6.
Sure.
And we have damage.
That's a nat 20 on your head.
31.
Which weapon are you attacking with?
The rapier, but it doesn't really matter because they both share.
Yes,
Doubling
the poison dagger has a poison effect.
So you're using the rapier.
But it's I have doubling rings.
The doubling rings only do it don't do the properties. It only
Oh.
does the striking and +1.
You didn't hit
Oh,
it with the
okay.
dagger, though, did you?
No.
With the
All right,
rapier.
yeah, I did hit it with the
Also,
rapier.
technically, the
But
poison dagger
Has
thing
the
isn't a property.
blood
It's
with the
okay.
beak on the rapier?
No, I just moved the beak to the dagger also,
Oh, okay.
so that I can have one hell of a second hit. But the rapier does have the deadly effect, so when I crit,
Yep.
it does a D8 extra damage,
But that isn't.
and I'm flanking, so I need another D6. Damn
Remember
it!
that the extra D8 doesn't get them.
Right. But all this does
Yeah.
14, 18, 36, 40 damage to the rat.
Describe in the way in which you are murdering the shit out of it.
Just kind of like dodge rolls behind it and just like skewers it horribly.
Just lift it up. You now have a kebab.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see this sort of like oozing magma down the blade as you stab this rat straight through its center. You very quickly like fling it off of your blade and see that there's some blackening on the surface of the blade, but it doesn't seem like there's any like permanent damage. At least nothing that you can't kind of buff out.
It's okay. This is the vampire's weird blade.
Oh,
so
that's
if
right.
it dies,
you're
I'm
using
not
that.
with
Okay,
that.
yeah. In that case, the blade's a little bit warped. I didn't want to fuck up your family rapier on flavor. The blade's a little bit warped.
You can get it repaired later.
Yeah. So there's that one dead.
Oh yeah, it's actually another
Tessie's
2
still
damage
dead.
because +1 damage. Or no,
Cool.
never mind.
You killed it twice already. So now you killed it 2.1 times.
Yay! It's important, you guys. The damage
Yes.
matters.
We'll cast Inspire.
Inspire.
Fall.
Oh.
The golden halo of inspiration. So set on top of this tree.
Ooh, the tree.
That tree's very inspired.
So
Sparks-
inspired.
Sparks
Grows
is a
up
tree.
taller.
Sparks is in this tree, thank you.
Oh.
They're converting the tree into more fire elementals. No!
Then, what do we want her to do for a second?
Get some more D6s out. Where did I get this dice set? This is cool.
Nice.
If anybody
Paul's
wants to
dice
see
are
the
reproducing.
rats.
Pretty cool.
I kind of the paint job I do for these.
They're pretty great.
Yeah.
With their little fire mohawks.
They're Firehawks.
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 I guess she'll do a 2-action mission.
As a quick thing, I just want to thank Fiora, the tank girl, for the raid of 15 people.
Oh,
Fiora!
thank you.
Thank you very much.
Fiora
you.
is best tank.
Just
girl.
me and all of our people, remember, fight them off with magic missiles. Cast the
Yes.
missiles.
Hats or helmets? While I'm rolling this damage, everyone must decide whether they are team hats or team.
Team hats, clearly.
Mushanka.
Hat.
You
No,
have more
helmets.
Missiles in chat.
No. Hats.
options. Bree is conflicted.
Helmets.
I'm team hats.
Team hats.
Well, now I feel obligated to be like at least one person in team helmet. So
I kind of probably
helmets.
should be team helmet as I'm wearing one, but I do wear a Nushanka over my helmet.
Not under your helmet, over the helmet. Do you just have an armored Ushanka?
More or less.
Amazing.
That'd be
Yes.
like really cool. Like you.
Helmets are cold. Ushankas stop them from giving you frostbite on your head.
Fair.
You can get a lined helmet.
Great.
Yes.
It is your turn.
I get a
Please make a
turn.
fortitude.
Oh no.
It is lined.
fortitude
It's lined
save?
on both sides, Paul.
+1.
You started next to a rat.
I killed it, but.
But you did start next to
Oh,
it?
not. I didn't start next to one.
Okay.
I
good.
was over here.
I wasn't sure. Yeah, yeah, okay,
Then I just
you're
moved
fine.
over.
You wanna cast right before
20.
you get-
Oh, but you just still have to
Seven.
make fortitude save. You entered it. So.
Okay.
27.
You're fine.
Yeah. All right.
You have
I'm going to Staff of
By
Lightning,
Sigmar, this magic will prevail.
the Fire Elemental, using Electric Arc,
Sure.
trying to get the other rat too. So
Oh
they
yeah,
have
you
to
do have other
reflex
damage
saves.
options.
I do. I have a staff.
She has exactly one, and I gave it to her for just such a.
In case you need to fight yourself, you can have now lightning damage.
Shink,
man.
shink.
What's the DC on that?
My magic DC is 21.
Yeah, they fail hard.
Oh yeah, buddy.
Uh,
They crit fail?
no.
Ah.
I don't think it does anything on crit fail anyway.
See, we're super good at
Neither of them
throwing.
crit fails because they both have actually excellent reflex saves innately, but their rolls were bad.
Fine. That's 13 damage each.
13.
Yep.
Okay, which rat are you hitting?
The
Left or right?
left one.
Important question.
Oh. Did I hit the right one?
You're.
Left rat or right rat?
It's only.
It's for two things. She's doing it to the main.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna move back a space, and that'll be my turn.
Left shark or right shark?
Hi.
All right. I am going to strike at the rat.
Left rat? Okay.
No, I'm going to strike at the main thing.
Okay.
Main thing attack. No, that's a 15.
Okay. You, I should describe the electrical arc.
Oh,
Hits
he's in
the main-
concealment, isn't he?
Yeah, you have
Oh,
to-
so that I did.
Oh, yeah,
so
you have
I
to
rolled
do
it.
a flat
In that
check.
case,
Oh.
Your
that will be my flat check, and my flat check is a 3.
Flat check's 9.
Okay. So you failed to.
So to see him, I
hit them.
guess.
Yeah.
9.
Yeah. You're fine.
I will swing again.
Sure. Make a second flat check.
That's 11. And then to hit him. That's
Hey.
a lot better. It's -5 though, but that's a 22.
22 is a hit.
Nice. That is 11 damage,
Okay.
and then I will raise my shield.
Sure. You lash out with your sword, hitting it like through its midsection, and you feel the sword connect with something. It seems to have a body of suggestion.
Mm-hmm. I just saw it get kicked the shit out of, so I
Exactly.
figured that
Like it's,
sword probably
you
also
can't
works.
figure out why it has a body of solid fire. But it does. Also, please make.
By the way, I got-
18.
You are second one.
I had gotten 24 on mine earlier.
You may choose. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You may choose whether to have to raise your shield or use that action to attempt another fortitude save. to hit your save.
I'll raise my shield.
I have an anomaly. Please make another fortitude save.
No.
Nat 1.
Oh, yeah.
Amusingly,
0 points.
it doesn't matter.
Really, it doesn't have a crit fail condition?
No, and
Okay.
also it just says you become sickened.
So
So
my second 2 now?
no,
No.
it just says you become sickened 1,
Oh,
and
okay.
you are already sickened 1.
So I'm still second.
So I will not be a dick and declare that the natural 1 means that you are now sickened 2. We'll just leave well enough alone.
Oh, you're not gonna
What
be a
does
dick to
Sicken
her.
do specifically? Like, what does everything Sicken does?
-1 to all the things.
Okay.
So
Just
basically,
everything.
I think it's I'm nauseous.
Sure, yeah,
Yeah.
but I'm just wondering
Mechanically,
mechanically.
it's -1.
Minus
I
1,
know
you
what
are bad
Sicken
at
means,
things.
I just was wondering mechanically.
Alright, that's a 10 fighting.
Okay, so you succeed for hitting on your first
Who are
action
you
worth of
swinging at?
stuff.
I'm gonna swing at that big thing.
I mean,
thing.
Big
I'll
guy.
tell you, it is called a living wildfire. That way we have a thing to call it.
Hit
The
the big
thing.
bad.
The big bad.
Hit the
Are
fire.
you flurrying or just
That's not gonna happen.
okay, second attack? -4.
That was also terrible.
Okay, so that's your flurry done. If you want to attack it again, you need another flat check.
17 on my flat.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
buddy.
get the good rolls on that one.
Yeah.
There we go. That's it. 18, so it's minus 8, right?
Yeah, so
And
10,
another -1 for the second.
So it's but a not.
9.
plus
9 plus your thing.
Oh, 24.
hits.
Yeah, buddy.
Alright, so this is 2d6 because I'm not in tiger.
You stay in tiger stance. You do not cease tiger stance unless.
You say so.
Wait, that was a d10. Because I rolled a 9.
They do look very similar when
They do,
it's all
yeah.
clear like that.
Dice Goblin over here has plenty of dice if you'd like.
Right. Same.
13.
13.
Yes.
Describe
Oh.
the manner in which you murder this elemental.
Not make me show you my dice deck.
I got another one over there
Please,
too.
please stop comparing dice.
I'm gonna round kick this thing in the chest.
Okay.
Dice off, go!
And my heel just hits right in the middle of its chest, and I hear. I would say, like, if the thing had bones, you would hear a crack.
Sparta kick it.
The rock cracks.
It just explodes into coals.
Yeah.
Oliver scream.
I deserve it. I
into
deserve it.
in the chest, and you actually feel it give way as it doubles over, and then it explodes.
Oh no. Hey, I'm far enough away. Fuck you guys.
Whatever.
You
Whatever.
are interesting.
So I'm rolling a reflex for that?
Yes, everybody
Oh, yeah.
else, please make a reflex.
Yeah, buddy.
save that.
No.
27.
14.
No.
even worse. So, 16.
Okay. The two of you take 6 points of fire damage. You take 3 points.
Is this a
Since I
thing?
have-
I can block this with my shield block, right? Can I?
I don't think so.
Um,
This is not an attack, it's an area of effect.
Okay.
Is
Yeah,
that
what-
number including the resist thing?
Yes.
Okay, because I don't have it. I give it to them.
Oh, interesting.
But I have resist
actually,
1, so.
Actually, it can't not hit you. Okay, you do have resist 1. So
Yeah.
you take actually 11. So 10.
Okay.
What's that called? Really?
Shield block.
Shield block.
I also realized that it would have been a 23, but yeah.
Either way.
Whatever.
It was like there was a -1. Oh, no, we already did the we did the -1.
Right.
Is that done?
Never mind.
That kills big old elemental boy.
So
This
cool.
model. And I actually stare at these on notch returns.
They're really cool.
Usually I'm not like that guy who's like, look at my minis.
But these went
Ooh.
well.
But I feel
These
like
are
I've
really
been coming
cool.
along on the mini production.
You would take damage from a physical attack.
Okay. Okay, physical attacks only. Got it.
I really like this dude.
Makes sense. It's just-
That was Amelie's turn done. The living wildfire is dead.
Shield won't save you from
Um,
explosion.
Won't save you
So-
from yourself, I think.
I really do like the fire, like, back.
Yeah.
They're angered that you killed their father or whatever he was.
The grandfather.
They're- and so they roll a natural 1.
They're saddened.
But the second one's pretty good.
Space is great.
He's great.
22 to hit you?
Oh.
You.
Yes.
That would match for me. Yeah, you finally surpassed my AC
You
bonus.
take 5 points of fire.
If I raise my parry dagger, which I'm not using right now, I can have 22.
Then the other one will
In a
attack
tight
you.
spot.
That's pretty good. That's 25 for 4 points of fire damage. So this is 21 for 1 point of fire damage. I think it's a third attack because it's right next to you. Nope. The rats like gather in on you and just start biting at your legs, and it burns, but not much because resist energy. But it's still like painful.
Ah!
Stop it!
Scree, if I could have a perception check
We're all gonna die in a fire.
become relevant.
Oh dear.
12.
Something seems weird about the behavior of these things.
So weird. It's the tree people controlling.
Is it the fact that they're dying?
Is it the moon?
Emmeline.
Probably.
Time to fuck up some
Moons are
rats.
shitty.
Cool.
Yeah,
Cool.
Take care of the rat problem, Emmeline.
Please make a fortitude save.
26.
That succeeds the fortitude save.
There's a flat check. 7.
Succeeds the flat check.
Now the stab.
You're just
check.
producing more dice.
16.
16 does not hit.
Okay.
Oh,
That's a flat check.
Oh, actually, 16 does hit because you are flanking with Ivan.
Oh, sweet.
ooh.
Hey.
Eh.
I assume that you were not taking that into account.
What, that last one that I just rolled?
Yes. You weren't taking the flanking bonus into account with that?
No, I was not.
Okay. Just double check.
And then the 17 I rolled, or the 15 or whatever I rolled over here was for the flat check for the next attack, which may or may not matter. When am I getting this? I don't think I get that. Oh, it's supposed to be another d6. Just sneak attack. 10 plus 4, 14 plus. So 20 damage
With the rapier?
with the rapier.
That blade warps a little more. As
No.
you skewer another rat.
Okay, that's that one down.
That's that one down.
And then I'm gonna drop the rapier over to the right and draw my parry dagger
Sure.
for my final action.
Tessie. To yeah, she's been very like into the magic missiles lately. She's gonna magic missile the shit out of this
Good
last
spell.
rat, and she's gonna murder it.
Yeah,
Yes.
buddy.
Yeah.
She opens a little like hole in reality of her own, and out comes these sort of occult missiles of like pinkish purple energy that just slam into the rat, and you see the fissure on the rat's body spread a little bit, and then it sort of cracks in half, and then in the third missile it just like obliterates it. There's this like sizzling of magma left on the ground. as
Drop
the
them
last
missiles.
rat is just-
Magic missiles.
Magic missiles!
As we start to get out of combat, I'm gonna stamp out embers around the area.
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah, I will also start tramping down numbers.
Well, some of these trees are like they're the explosion of a fire elemental is not a small deal.
Mm.
There's quite a bit of like burning pine needles.
Oh, that's
Oh.
fine.
It's fine. Let's just stomp them out.
Maybe we should get out of here.
I'm going to go around. I'm actually going to
Wait,
start
The
like.
cliffs.
I actually will be like. Any
You have
like,
trap finder. You know where the cliffs are.
I'm gonna for like any of the trees that are on fire. I'm gonna run over and like try to actually just like kind of like grab them and stamp them out and do anything I can. Basically using my body as much as I can since I resist
You
fire.
resist
damage.
fire.
Same.
Okay. So you guys use yourselves like fire blankets.
Yes, basically.
I guess roll a couple of like nature checks or something, or survival, your choice. We'll allow as many people.
That is a
Yay.
natural 20.
Woo.
Neat.
Knowledge cults.
I should have prepared create water.
20?
This was foolish.
22.
Got 12.
Create water would be very useful here.
Between the lot of you, you manage to contain the blaze before it becomes really a blaze. And as the last of that acrid smoke clears, and you will pop up the last of your effects, you are left with a singed campsite and some tents that have partially burned down. You're gonna have to get this fixed.
Cool.
You guys might want to
Okay.
take a look at your swords. They seem to have partially
Mine
melted.
held up.
this.
It did not stay in for very long.
Yeah, yours. The difference is yours is a thrusting weapon, so it like pierces and stays in.
Yeah.
Whereas is got a slash.
Well,
Like
but even so, like just having the scenes down is like might want to take a look.
Yeah, the surface is a little bit like blackened, but you know from experience. that you
Okay,
can just buff it.
I can fix one thing now. I'll do rest in the morning.
19 to do some. There's less combat going on.
Sounds like horse riding music.
What time of night is it now?
Middle of.
Damn it. It's not
It is
over
long
yet.
way to go nighttime. I rolled a crafting check for whenever I get the chance to craft it. I got a 19,
Sure.
but that probably will not be right now.
I will. I will need.
Would it
Sleep way away from me.
would
I
it
don't kill you.
make sense to, since we're going to be up anyway, make some headway back into Cadia?
We could walk if walk rest of way. I will not have spells.
Well, if we get closer, what if something like that happens again? Then we'll
We,
be
we shouldn't
closer.
go to Blackwatch yet. We should stay out range, but at least if we're closer, that means as soon as this is over, we can just find a bed and pass out as
I
opposed
like
to
the
also
plan.
trekking.
We walk
Okay.
through night, we sleep through day.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Cool.
Sounds
Can I like unbooby trap the glyphs?
good. Yeah, you can just dismiss this.
All right. Yeah.
We just kind of like walk
Actually,
carefully around the glyphs
throughout
and leave them
that
for somebody
entire
else to
fight,
find.
There probably was an
Yeah,
alarm
the alarm,
blaring.
the alarm was probably going.
It's like, I know.
Go away. I know.
Leave me alone, alarm. Leave me alone.
The alarm, by the way, how you all pass through it is you have to say the passcode. Passcode is da.
Of course it is. Da.
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 I like to imagine that at least once or twice throughout the week, if Emmeline was feeling like specifically vindictive, she would have just not done it.
Just be like, your spell's stupid.
It's like Vox looks at it, steps on it. That's what she asked about for my watch. Wake up, bitch!
You fail the DC 15.
I don't get it easy. I cast it. It wakes me up automatically.
Everybody else has to make saves.
Anyway, so you guys are planning to head north.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Throughout the night, we're just walking without sleep.
Yay.
This is fine.
Well, we
just
wouldn't be
fine.
sleeping anyway.
Fatigue is cool.
Yeah.
Fatigue's not that bad. What does fatigue do? I don't even remember.
It's -1 to things.
Yeah.
And it gets worse the more fatigue you have.
AC and saving throws? That's not so bad. And you can't choose an exploration activity. That's a little harsh. You can't be sneaky. You're too tired.
Yeah, you can only
no
walk.
You also can't perceive. You're too tired.
You can only walk.
Just
So
like
you all,
zombies.
nonetheless, needless to say, you all become fatigued
Yes.
as you start trudging northward through the Evergreens.
We would be fatigued anyway in the morning.
Uh-huh.
Unless we just slept through the day, which is an option. But we don't have any gear now because it's all on fire.
I mean,
Cool.
if it's more than 4 hours back to the camp, or if it's like, you said like it's like 4 to 5 hours back to the camp?
It's
Yeah.
4-ish
We'll be
hours.
Probably a little more than 4 hours to sunrise, so
Yeah.
we'll
Yeah.
probably make it back during the night.
Well, fatigue probably also slows you down. So it's
That's true.
You'll probably get there shortly after sunrise.
Yeah, if we know people will be awake, we can get food and then go to sleep.
It's-
There's
Mhm.
a check here, and I'm trying to figure out what it is.
Is it
I
a
think
wi-
it's like diplomacy or society or something along those lines.
Have both of those things.
Will
So,
save for
I
Scree?
have
Shut up!
I have
No!
deception, diplomacy, intimidate, and
Okay.
society. So if it's a social check,
Roll one of those things. I
should
assume
roll
they're all
deception.
more or less
I
the
can roll
same.
deception.
they're all within 2 of each other. 17 with the -1.
Okay. You notice that you had the distinct impression that, in spite of the fact that these things literally spawn all around Scree,
Mhm.
outside of being accidentally in the explosion radius, you were pointedly not attacking.
Yeah. That's not how curses work.
No, nothing.
I mean, should I make like a lore?
Yeah.
I could
Yeah,
make
we
like
could- we
some
could
lore
do-
stuff.
Nature or Arcana.
Ooh. If it's, well, I guess neither nature nor arcana are specifically great for me. Looks like nature's better though. 25.
Do you train in nature?
I am.
Okay. And that-
Because
you're
Bramble
Bastard.
Man.
Yep. You're vaguely aware
Goddamn Bramble Man.
of elementals and their sort of fact that they have home planes, and you are vaguely aware of the notion that occasionally elementals have taken on human or humanoid shapes and had certain relations with mortals.
Companionship.
And
Companionship
They've
with
been
the
companions.
Were they visiting southern wetlands?
Okay.
Oh god.
I forgot that was a
going anywhere
thing.
for a little while. And you're aware more or less that one possible outcome of that is a sorcerer whose power comes from elemental blood.
I wouldn't have any similar experiences
Sure.
with that kind of a thing. Magical powers manifesting through birth circumstances.
From some,
Yeah,
some,
you know.
some generations down. You've heard vague tales of some kind of creature that is like significantly elemental blooded, and shares much more like strong characteristics of the elemental parentage. But normally that's, one or two generations down, whereas an elemental bloodline sorcerer could occur a dozen generations, 100 generations. It's just kind of always a possibility.
Yeah. So, Bree, you don't,
Yes.
Scree,
Yes.
you don't know when the whole party's fatigued out of
Scree
character
Bree.
and also in character.
Yeah.
I gave you the status to make it easier to roleplay.
This energy drink is not for nothing. Scree, when did you start casting magic? Have you just always had that ability?
I mean, yeah. You should have seen my mom when I lit her kitchen on fire.
And there's not been many spellcasters in your family before?
Not really. They're all like shink, shink, shink kind of people.
When was the
shank.
first time you went crazy with magic?
Moon.
First time, Moon?
Moon. Yeah. I mean,
So, the day you were born?
I don't know. I don't remember. I was a baby. What do you want from me?
I want to not be lit on fire.
That's too much.
Well, you
to
also
I
want-
do that like all the time to you, Ivan. You're fine.
Yes.
You've been fine.
But usually there's something else also gets lit on fire.
We can light Emmeline on fire.
This
same
would
time.
make it better.
Yes.
Please don't set me on fire. You already set me on electricity earlier.
Does anyone have burns from fight?
No.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna take out some ointment and start.
It's almost
Treating
like your
burns.
entire character is based around like dancing around the edge of a fight.
Second battle in a row. Emmeline remains completely unscathed.
Whatever, Emmeline.
She learned lessons from the bugbears.
I know, really.
She'd be like, "Oh, I almost got chopped in half a couple times. Let's maybe change the tactics."
You heal a lot.
There are other
Thank
people
you.
to take damage for me.
Bitch.
Oh, I could use a little bit, Ivan. Just a little. Small
Okay.
amount. Tad heal.
Tadpole.
Where's okay? Show me burn. I'll take- Heal a lot.
Overkill, but
Just an
alright.
accident, too.
Please heal for a little bit magic.
Okay,
I just like
Ivan.
take the rest of the ointment and just go like.
In spite of the terrible night you've been having, you've never felt better in your life. There was a hangnail
I
that
feel
you
like
forgot
the
about
curse
like
is
months
just
ago.
gone now. The hangnail. No.
The curse is
The
gone.
curse
now.
is just gone now, Ivan. Thank
I
you.
have medicine to the curse around it. All it needed was a band-aid. Who knew?
It needed a mandate.
Okay.
With that, I think this is a good time to take our break.
This conversation needs a.
This conversation needs a break.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I think we're going to run off for about 10-15 minutes, maybe 20 on the outside.
Very short break.
Hopefully, we will see
Run
you
the
all
outside, run the
after that.
And quickly, for all of the new people that just came in that raid, we have all of our links to social media things right down below.
Yes.
We have a very
Actually,
active Discord
yeah.
server, Twitter. We're doing stuff on all the time. All of our stuff's up on YouTube.
You guys, it's like
And our Facebook has all our information as well.
Somewhere.
We do also have a Patreon. Patreon.com/HalfDiceWillSave. It has tiers and everything that are now fully set up. So
Best friend
Hey.
Orm tier?
tier? Worm tier?
I can't remember if I put a norm tier.
No, there needs to be.
Check,
There needs
check
to be
our,
an orb
check
tier.
our Patreon. Come back, tell us in chat what our tier names are. We'll be reading them while we're on our
forgot.
break.
Also, we do have on our YouTube page, which is down there, we do have a story so far video for the first 10 episodes. I know we're on episode 15. It'll put you closer to what's going on right now. It's about 15 minutes long, conveniently.
So,
You can just
yeah,
watch it on the
go watch
break.
the story so far. Get kind of caught up on the events and who we are and everything, and we'll see you back shortly.
For the second half.
Yeah.
Soon.
Soon.
Okay.
I love you guys.
Okay, we are back. Thank you for sticking with us. A couple things real quick. I want to just reiterate from the top of the show for anybody who missed it. Next weekend, because of some emergent scheduling conflicts among more or less everyone all at once, we are going to be skipping our normal stream next weekend. I am almost certainly going to be doing something during our normal stream time next weekend, but I have to figure out exactly what that's going to be because all of this kind of came together like today. So not to worry, there will be something to watch. It just won't be the normal thing. Speaking of things that aren't the normal thing, on the 22nd, the week after that, we are playing. Excellent. Excuse me. I just drank a bunch of soda and it's coming back to bite me.
Yeah.
This is why professionals don't drink soda on sets.
Professional.
I'm
curse.
contrasting myself with this in this context.
Yeah. They are professionals. We are professionals.
Yes. Right. So on the 22nd, we will be playing Power Outage, which is a super cool indie developed superhero game made with kids in mind. It's gonna be super fun. So come and watch that. And then the week after that, we'll be doing something random along the same lines because again, holiday plans are problematic. So we will. I'll try and come up with something for the 29th. So that's the next few weeks. We are good.
Fair, thank you.
All right.
Get this back going.
Get some creepy music in here.
I think we can switch to peaceful place then.
Oh yeah, we're not
The worst
sleeping,
of
so
it
they
is
can't
that-
get into our dreams.
It's true.
Eat a dick, bitch!
Ellie's strategy
Jesus.
is working. Just don't sleep, forehead.
If we don't sleep, they can't find us.
Yes, perfect.
Suck a dick, dumb shit.
Oh my god. Hostile.
So, the next few hours, you trudge your way north. And you move through the pines, leaving the scent of burned pine needle behind you, although some of it sort of clings to your hair. It's this, like, charredly sweet smell, like you had taken, a fruit cake and shoved it in a fireplace.
Home. Delicious.
Ah yes, all my friends are on fire.
best kindling.
Shut up,
I thought you would burn the Yule log.
No.
You wouldn't burn the Yule log too?
I'm so done. I'm just done.
You all know you love me.
He eats Yule log.
Yeah,
It's
I
pastry.
eat.
Like cake.
Well, for 4 hours as you trudge through the woods, you find yourself getting more and more tired. But finally,
Shocking.
you emerge from the tree line to much more open terrain.
Cool. Is the night over yet?
No.
Damn.
Just beginning.
Shush.
Should we maybe stay in the tree line out of visual range?
I think we should stay away from trees and other things that can light on fire.
Well, the thing is, if people see fire, they're gonna come running.
Yes, but we can just stay away. There is unpredictable fire.
That might work.
could write a sign in common.
I just say I think
Right.
more noticeable than us having fire is us starting entire forest.
Fair. Yeah, but at least if we start a forest fire, nobody knows it's us.
She has a point.
Is fair point.
Scorched earth. Let's
I
go.
feel like that's Emmeline. Like,
Yeah.
we could burn down this ancient and beautiful pine forest, but that means they won't know we did it.
Yes.
I
We
think
should.
let's just stay
I will
on
not
We
path.
are
hesitate
the
to have-
workers.
I will not
It's
hesitate
not
to turn
my
myself
problem
in.
at that point. It's everybody's problem.
Emmeline is great.
Gives zero
Does she move up
fucks.
To the trees.
Whenever there's a problem, I just throw a Molotov cocktail at it, and then I have entirely different problems. The good place.
I'm out of
It
bread.
was-
That was not the solution. We also still don't have bread. No, no, no!
Anyway, so are you leaving the trees or are you staying?
I would like to go onto the path. I think.
Or into the fields, the open area.
I think open area. Is there a path? Is there like a walking path?
No. I mean, there's spots where like patrols have kind of flattened the grass down to like the dirt, and packed the dirt a little bit as a proper path.
I guess knowledge nature, what's more likely to catch on fire, a grass field or a forest?
A forest.
Okay.
So
I
I'll
think-
answer that for you.
Nah,
A
let's go
forest.
for field.
Okay.
I'm not going to. I'm too tired to walk any sort of quietly, anyways. Not like it.
Okay. And we should probably set up a perimeter and keep people away.
Yeah.
I will watch
Sounds-
the perimeter.
I'm tired. Let's just walk.
We
Just
can't go
walking.
into Blackwatch or South. Why do I?
No,
keep doing
when
that?
we get
South-
close to Southwatch, we stop short. But in the meantime, we have long ways to go yet.
Okay.
I'll roll to stay on alert.
You actually
can't.
That's
But
right.
we're
Fatigue.
You're tired.
Right.
You can like
Everything
look around and you're
is
just like,
terrible.
okay, just walk.
I have monk will. I can do it.
Nope.
I can do
The mechanics say no.
it. I will
So,
punch the mechanic
walk
in the
through
face.
field.
Interestingly, you can't because it's the mechanics that let you punch the person.
Oh, he struck it in the face.
Oh my god.
So, you continue onward for another hour or so. A few times off in the distance, you just barely notice like a patrol coming or going in from the tree line. None of them seem to take notice of you. And finally, you see Southwatch, Blackwatch now too, messing with me.
I'll just write Southwatch like or a bunch of notes. It'll be fine.
you see Southwatch coming up in the distance. Yes, a first vague light of dawn can be seen.
Okay.
So we've
Oh.
probably made it through.
You haven't had anything weird happen in hours.
Okay, yes. We're good. Everything's good. That was a new one. Sure.
That was
My
a great-
elemental toss at him.
Oh yeah, you still had that.
Oh god. Oh fuck.
Oh no!
Ironically, you have that every 10 minutes. I could have just been throwing elemental toss every 10 minutes.
Oh, elemental toss is just me attacking, right? Yes.
Yes, this is attack roll.
That's bad though, but it's still good because my spells. Oh no, it's only 15.
Nope. Jesus.
Oh god, it's happening again.
No.
Okay.
You did. I heard you cast it. That's got somatic components, right? Or verbal
And it's-
components.
I don't know
I
actually.
don't know. It
Focus
just says
spells do have
focus.
components.
Oh,
Focus
it's
spells.
somatic.
Yep.
Yeah, so she had to like use some hand gestures.
I know how casting works.
I would never actually hurt you. I missed on purpose.
Lightning staff.
Is not what I used this time.
Do not make
Are
me
you
come
guarding-
up there.
Yes. It's okay.
It for you would be down there.
Don't you make me turn this car around.
Mom.
She started it.
I really wish we had one of those cars from like the 50s where it swivels around.
Okay, I think
All right, I think it's done after that spell.
moon is going
know.
down, sun is coming up. Probably safe if caused by moon.
Probably.
Okay,
Yeah.
I want bed. Let's go in.
Okay. Bedtime.
Okay.
Duh.
So you proceed into Southwatch.
Hmm.
We back, bitches.
You're stopped at the southern end of Southwatch, I guess, by the perimeter guard, which consists immediately of a little group of, well, Creed's guard, but not actual Creed's guard. People more or less. And you can see at the sort of corners of the settlement, you have at each corner like a pair of mounted knights.
So I guess we just walk up to the gates until they tell us to stop.
Yeah, basically you get the halt sign a couple of feet away. They don't seem super concerned, what with you, being clearly, a cleric of the martial.
He has the armor.
Yeah, and a nobly dressed or
Half elf. Humanish.
and you're
Half human.
You're half orc, but you've got I failed to speak English. You've got the Order of the Bladed Palm.
Makes you feel any better? I seriously thought you were gonna stop at half orc butt.
You're a half orc butt.
You've got the half work butt. They're okay with that.
They're on board.
Amazing.
It's all about that down here in the southern wetlands.
Is it too?
Swear to Christ.
Is it too late to
There
make
is no
Amelie
place
asexual?
called the Southern.
Yes, there is.
Is it too late to what?
Make Amelie asexual.
No, you haven't defined her sexuality.
True that.
Sexuality murder?
Sexuality orm.
You're an
We-
orm.
Hello, we have returned from mission you were sent on. I'm very tired. Can I have bed?
Yeah, okay.
Thank you. Спасибо. Let's walk forward.
Yes.
The Scree gets another glance or two.
I'm with them now.
With us.
Tired.
We'll say Sparks came back down out of the
Oh,
tree
yes.
where you guys
Yeah.
left.
Yes,
Sparks
the baby.
stayed in the tree. He's just lost in the woods now.
My baby, no.
Friend?
Good thing you spent 3 feet on that.
Suddenly it's like, everything food.
Mom is not here to tell me no.
Stories of this bloodthirsty dragon.
It's just Sparks.
It's just like murdering people and eating their corpses.
I'm
You
so
go
proud
back
of my
and he's just,
baby.
like 6 feet long, like ah.
That's my boy.
It's like Carson from that one episode.
We come back like 8 levels. We come back like 8 levels later. They're like, yes, we have a dragon problem that you need to solve. And we need the dream team on that. We come back like,
Oh, yeah.
hey.
Hi, bud. I'm sorry.
You abandoned me.
I would never.
Bobby left.
Anyway,
Oh, yeah. We go in. I am searching for a bed.
you get back to the barracks. And at this time of morning, like, there's almost no one awake that isn't literally on guard. So
Uh-huh.
get to shuffle in and find a spot to sleep.
I sleep on Emmeline's back.
Sure.
Aw.
Because that worked out great the last time.
I'm tired. I thought it was Amelie. I'm sorry.
Just like, what do I do?
It's a family resemblance.
Yeah. You're both tall.
I just pass out on the first bed I see,
Sure.
stopping just long enough to take my armor off.
It's just like bits of armor just strewn on the floor. It's
Hey,
like
basically,
leading to the
there's like
bed.
a pile of like discarded armor just lying next to the bed.
Cool.
I'm gonna
Sparks
go
is
pick
on
it up
top
and
of
hang
me.
it up.
I'm on top of you. You're on top of bed. It
It's
works.
just like,
No stabbing, okay?
She might explode. I can't move her.
My
Yes.
grenade.
Don't test me, Emmeline.
Oh God.
So, you all go to sleep.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Tessie finds a spot to sleep as well, obviously.
Oh yeah, test me.
Cool. We're just
I know.
forgetting everybody now. Out of sight, out of mind, guys.
It's hard to be the GM and also roleplay her consistently, so I don't
Yes.
roleplay her much. So, you all finally get some real sleep. You don't seem to explode.
Good.
Yeah.
Seem. They don't seem to. Lovely.
I mean, reality is perception. Like,
Fair.
as far as you're aware, you don't set anything on fire while you sleep.
I'm sure Emmeline's much more aware that she didn't get set on fire.
Yes,
Yes.
you're aware that you didn't get set on fire. Whether or not something in the distance might have magically burst into flames.
Well,
who
here's the
knows?
thing. You
But-
sleep like a log. So for you, it's probably like just having a hot rock on your back.
Yes.
Just like from the massage. It's like, that feels nice. Wait.
Am I on fire?
What?
Scream!
when I wake up, I'll do like my morning prayers and everything like that. Also just before I go to bed, I'm gonna go,
Prepare
can I
water.
see sword?
Hmm?
See sword, and I'm going to cast mending on the sword.
Oh, okay.
To heal
Oh,
the
I
damage on
had
it.
a craft check on it, but
Either way,
yeah,
between
it'll get
the
fixed.
two of you, it
And
gets,
I-
re-straightened.
I'll
You
do
fixed
my-
it. I just want to like clean it up.
Not. Yeah, the one that was like warped and. 'cause
Yeah,
of-
yeah. The blood to your rapier.
Uh-huh. But then
Pretty
yeah, in the
great.
morning I'll wake up, start doing my morning prayers and everything like that.
Will you prepare water?
No.
You should prepare
But
water.
what I am gonna do
Well,
is
it's
I am
over,
going
it's
to
fine.
take all of the damaged tents and equipment and stuff and use mending on it.
Okay.
How many
Oh.
things are there?
There's probably like a dozen or so things that are some variation of charred or damaged.
Okay.
It is broken.
I think mending repairs in an area.
So each tent is probably going to be like a casting of mending. And then the rest of the stuff together, probably like one or two casts of mending.
Okay, so I'll repair everything but one of the.
So you guys are down a perfectly functional tent for the moment. Kind of a kind of functional, but also kind of smells like, burned canvas tent. And also probably don't use it while it's raining.
No, it is a target item. So
Target item. Yep,
Okay.
One thing at a time.
So you can do the tents. Like it.
yeah, I'll just like start mending things.
Sure.
I have craft, but I'm not doing that tonight. Or today. After sleep.
Yes.
Sleep first, then fix.
Okay. So you all finally get to sleep.
This is in the morning.
Oh yeah.
Release of sleep.
So you wake up and you do mending. The rest of you wake up at various times. There's nothing really like pushing you to wake. You slept through the morning guard change. which was the most disruptive thing, and you guys were just too tired to notice. So eventually, you all wake up.
Hey, no dreams.
Hey.
There does seem to be the sound of some kind of commotion. Might be too strong a word, but there is voices outside of the barracks. Yeah, whenever you actually wake up, which is probably somewhere in like the noon to 1 p.m. kind of range.
Same. Maline. Nah.
What is this self-discipline to wake up kind of bullshit?
Amelie's right.
I only wake up because I'm not tired anymore because I slept a lot, and I want my tent to not be shit anymore. So.
Amelie wants
I want sleep.
I want death. It's fine.
sweet.
But nobody
Yes.
died this time.
Oh, that means Tessie's grandma doesn't have to die.
Yay!
It's a good time.
Love when you threaten things you have absolutely no possibility of killing.
I can dream, Dave.
It's not even vaguely hinted that she has a lot of levels. We know she has a lot of levels.
You have literally witnessed the fact that she has several class levels.
It's fine. Death by fire. She is my next target on the next fire.
After all of my mending is expended, I'm gonna go find it.
Sure. So there's, I mean, you guys do have rations. You have, but there is, sort of I guess, mess hall tent. I don't really know what it would be called in a medieval scenario, but
Yeah, mess probably.
yeah.
You old mess.
Mess with an E at the end. It's like M-E-S-S-E.
Question mark.
You old mess? That's great.
You know that there is a tent where you can
Yeah.
get like a sort of canvas pavilion, or they have not built a physical structure for us.
Always two. Thank you.
There's a few people that that's like always 3.
A commotion?
But when you get outside, you notice that there are a number of people sort of gathered toward the center of
Go check it out.
the outpost. Okay.
I will go check it out.
You guys waking up to actually go with him?
No.
Yeah, never mind. No.
Okay.
That's somebody
I'll go
else's
with
problem.
them.
Other
Yeah.
people get paid to deal with this kind of stuff.
I don't get paid. I get.
Right.
You
So,
get paid to murder vampires.
as you move toward the center of town, at first it looks like there's just a gathering there. Not the center of town, really. Anyway, it's the center of the place. More a fort than anything else. You see this gathering of people, and for a moment, you're not really sure what's going on until you notice at the middle of the gathering is like a 7-foot something tall figure. They have that sort of like unnatural elven race thing going, where they're kind of impossibly slender and impossibly long-limbed, and move with that sort of almost alien, beautiful grace. Swept back ears that are long, but not like Bramble Man long. They don't seem to have hair, but their skin has like that sort of dewy luster, and they're dressed in a heavy robe that is burnt orange along the main panel, and then the rest of it is sort of this weird pattern that actually seems to shift slightly before your eyes, to be changing and morphing through slight variations of shape. They carry a heavy wooden staff that is just casually held in. On each side of them armored figure wearing a helmet and a breastplate and carrying on one hand a shield and in their other hand a staff. And they're wearing burnt orange colors as well. You may roll a religion check.
It's a natural 20.
This is the caller to the ways.
Oh shit.
At a god.
Oh, cool. No,
Just chilling.
it's a god.
Yeah,
What is it
God.
called?
A
The
god.
caller to the ways is they are the god of creation, destruction, magic, knowledge, and logic.
So I'm bound to that shit. Because, holy shit.
How are the people around acting?
I mean, toward the edges of the group,
Huh.
vague bewilderment, like amazement. Most of these people have never seen any of the gods.
Mm-hmm. I'll like go down on one knee.
Sure. It seems like most of them probably have gotten through all of that already.
Mm-hmm.
But you easily fall into making gestures of respect.
Can
Yeah.
I roll a will?
Whether or not they see you is a question.
Can I roll a will?
Sure.
You can always roll will saves for your own
You may
character.
voluntarily roll will saves whenever you wish.
Okay. Wait.
I'm gonna explode.
Yes.
Literally just falls over dead.
I'm vaguely shook, so you know.
Sure.
Shook.
A little bit of background. The caller to the ways does not ascribe to the notion of having a gender, because they are also like the god of the balance between creation and destruction. Sees themselves as sort of right
Above your
and
petty
to-
mortal concerns.
above
Yes.
petty mortal concerns, but also sort of like the balance, the tipping point on which all things rest.
Mm.
And they were principally responsible for the creation of the planet. So they would see identifying as any specific gender to be like, taking a side in a way that they're not interested in. That
Beneath such beings.
Well, more that they constructed a gender.
Yes.
So
It is a colors of ways
They
construction.
actually were not responsible for the creation of life. That was predominantly the lady and the secret star. I should say, as the doctrine of the gods says, this is the case. What you believe is what you believe, but
yeah, I'm just going to. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna watch.
sure.
That a god.
At the front seems to be. At the front seems to be the local commander, which is Philip of the Southern Moon, and what looks like kind of his primary sort of captains. And they seem to be discussing something with the caller. Fairly quietly, but everyone has, clearly crowded around. If you would like to move closer, you can try.
Are there others that are also gathered closer?
Oh yes.
So yeah, I
Yeah,
will.
you approach at the edge of the crowd, so
I will then move up through the crowd a bit,
okay.
up to a point where like I'm close without being rude, I suppose.
Sure.
As close as I can get though.
So it takes you a little time. Are you moving through the crowd as well?
Sure.
Yeah.
you
So I-
should.
So no, she's just chilling at the edge, being like, "It's like God, Jesus."
Like,
It's the God Jesus.
It's the God Jesus.
Like, I'm in awe. I think I think I rolled high enough that I could still talk, but I've completely forgot about doing
Sure.
Little starstruck.
Yeah, god.
it.
So
Yeah, I will move up through the crowd.
sure. you can kind of like shuffle your way through the crowd.
Mm.
People don't seem interested in moving for you, but they also don't seem like
It's fine. I am strong and small.
yeah, exactly.
I can
No,
fit
they
these small
don't seem
spaces, and if there are no
interested
small
enough in-
spaces, I can make them.
They don't seem interested enough in not moving for you that you are unable to kind of wedge your way through.
Uh,
Tiny linebacker style.
Dwarf coming through.
And you actually sort of create a wedge for Amelie to follow along in.
You might have to like drag.
I don't. If you're standing there, you just stand there, man.
That's fine. I wasn't sure. You had kind of gone back and forth a little bit.
Yeah.
There is space
you
if
stay
you want to
behind
move
them.
forward. I'm not bringing you.
Right. Also, you're a monk. You can literally just like climb a building.
She just runs across all their heads. Just
Hey guys, feather step.
I love feather stuff.
But yeah, so you can make your way closer.
I cracked my.
Oh, okay. Until finally you're close enough that you can hear a little bit of the conversation. Just kind of barely at the edge of your hearing, so that a couple of words drop here and there. Peaceful music is pleasant. So, you can hear Philip saying, "We haven't seen anything that would be anomalous." Perhaps it's the Wildlanders performing some magic of theirs. The caller seems to ponder. Yes, well, I do not believe that they are capable of this kind of incursion. It would be too focused, too deliberate for the decentralized Squatalians. Yes, well, if we come across anything incurring, we'll report it to the Conclave, of course. Yes, good. Well, then, we will leave you to your duties. Best of luck. It seems fairly clear the caller is not certain how to deal with some social situations. But what is mortal? And they step back away from the crowd a bit, along with the flanked on either side by the two guards, who, now that you're getting a closer look, also kind of have that elven androgyny thing going on. Though one of them looks mostly human, but seems to have simply styled themselves in a sort of androgynous sense rather than having the kind of alien beauty they have cosmetically enhanced the sort of aesthetic. And they step back away more toward sort of the north end a bit. Seem to discuss among themselves. And the crowd starts to disperse.
I'm gonna head back to the barracks.
Sure.
Take Spree away.
No.
Sure.
Spree.
Sleep.
The.
No, Sparks,
Wait.
not friends. It's sleep time.
I think a god might be looking for you.
Wouldn't be the first.
What?
Sleep.
Emily's like, what? And starts to roll up.
No, Emmeline.
Starts falls, I was like, ah!
The tower has been disrupted.
Ivan, look what you've done.
Just like,
I blame the caller. It's her fault it fell. It's
Ugh.
their fault it fell.
The caller is here? Like,
And
kind of like
looking-
blary-eyed, just like,
Do I
what?
know
What?
who the
And
caller
looking
is?
for anomalous magic.
Probably not.
I mean, I'll let you roll a social society or religion to take a shot at it.
Did they say
You
what
don't have to be
kind?
trained in it. I'll
No,
Yeah.
give a shot at
only
maybe, like,
information
you've
was
heard something.
looking.
13.
We're talking at the same time.
You've heard the name at some point.
Okay.
You heard it vaguely, like related to gods, but you don't really know anything about it.
Who did they call then? What? I'm too tired. Go away, Ivan.
Emily's
Emmeline.
gonna actually start getting
No,
up now.
Emmeline, go back. Alright, I'm up. What?
There's a god here. They're looking for you.
How do you know they're looking for me? There are plenty
Because
of
they were looking for
goblins.
anomalous magic in an area that was too focused for the locals.
There's other magic users, right?
It's generally there's only one thing with weird red moon magic kill power that would probably attract attention of God though.
Yeah, that's kind of that's.
That's a bit more unique to you.
So we should probably leave,
Perception
right?
to see like who's around in this
Sure.
barrack, because we're just in a
I am
barrack.
whispering this quietly if you're like,
Sure.
yeah. If,
That's
Paranoid anyway.
like, I'm assuming most people are awake and it's fairly
26.
empty.
Yeah. There's a few of the night watch that are currently sleeping, kind of like off on the other end of the like bunk room.
Okay, but there's not anybody like currently coming and going.
Not that you
within.
can see now.
I will also be kind of whispering. I'm saying quietly and
Yeah.
you know.
We're reasonably confident nobody is actively listening. But who
I
knows?
think the probably finish business and leave soon.
now. Yes.
We need to talk to the captain.
Okay, you talk.
then-
I hide. Then we run.
It is possible that
You
maybe
have
they were.
disguise thing, right?
Yes, it only
Mm.
lasts for like.
An hour.
Could they
hour.
possibly be talking about the Ashen Man's followers? Because that was also a
Maybe.
fairly
Yeah, the
focused thing.
vampires.
They
It
could
was
be
their
talking
fault.
about vampires, but we did interrupt vampire ritual before went off. So.
Fair point.
I'm gonna hide back under
I'm not
these
saying
blankets.
is certain. I just think maybe move on now would be better rather than later.
Okay.
Yes. You talk. I hide under blankets and sleep
Yeah.
more.
Let's go finish up business and get moving.
Like it's being well known as the only thing the caller can't see.
Knew it. Nailed it.
Perfect.
The
Scream,
best strategy. Blankets
hide is
protect
good
for all.
idea, but also let's get stuff ready so we can leave quicker.
What stuff do we need to get ready?
Just anything you have. Make sure you do not have to pack something up.
I have nothing but my rock collection in your bag.
Is in bag. Okay,
let you
good.
have.
Well then.
Oh yes, my
Yes.
life.
Your only mortal possession.
Hide in-
Bunch of rocks.
Hide in the blanket then.
I probably ate all my pastries by now. So
I would think. If not, they're not really pastries anymore.
It's a truly
It's
dire
been
situation.
like 3 weeks.
We are out of pastries, boys.
Oh, God.
it's the worst situation. God after me. No pastries. Blankets are
Which
see-through.
is worse.
Look, it's sort of-
Who could say?
Definitely the pastries, Dave.
So
Right. So I'm gonna quickly go through a morning ritual.
Another god stole your baklava. I'm gonna give it back.
Right. But then he stole one of my pickles.
You can't offer one for pickle.
You
It
stole
was
it.
a fair trade.
You stole it.
Yes.
You
Right,
made a
sorry,
deal.
what were you saying?
Gonna quickly go through morning ritual stuff like
Sure.
wake up, get dressed, get clean.
Yep.
Probably going to wear more of my nicer clothes because I'm dating people that I don't need armor for.
you do also have pickles.
Oh, I do! Nettles, you bastard. I forgot. I'm gonna eat them.
You're gonna eat the pickles then?
Yeah, under the blanket.
So sneaking a snack.
Give one to Sparks.
Sparks is like,
Food.
really?
It's delicious. Eat it.
Okay. Still wearing the
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Delicious. Delicious.
Sparks is not a fan.
Sparks.
Really? Not sure about that one. Once I'm up, I'm gonna go and try and find the commander.
Sure. You get up and go outside, and you see the last remnants of the crowd. And off on the northern end, it's hard to miss at this point because they're standing alone. It's a 7-foot-tall figure
Mm-hmm.
and 2 shorter figures. So
Oh, not going near that. I'm gonna try and just talk to the commander if possible.
Sure.
He doesn't look completely preoccupied with them.
Well, he's no longer talking to them, but he is definitely talking to his captains.
Okay, then I will walk up and just kind of wait within patient waiting distance until I get a chance.
He's speaking quietly, but you can hear him speak, but he can't really make out words. Assuming you're not desperately trying to.
Nope.
But after a few minutes, seems to be done with them, and they all salute and turn.
Commander Philip.
Oh, yes, you're back.
Yeah, we successfully accomplished our mission in Scortile, and we'll probably be heading back towards Marshallstown. I just figured it'd be a good idea to check in with you.
Yes, well, very good. Do you need us to send word back to Bastion?
I think it's probably best that he knows at least that we've yielded some success.
And that we are
on,
on our way to head back there.
On
I
our
can expect
next opportunity.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
we'll be heading out probably immediately. Time is valuable, especially to someone like Bastion.
Yes, well, very good. I expect our word will get there before you, but
Duh.
if not, then it will surely follow you, I suppose.
For a show.
Something happen here recently that would call the attention of...
It's difficult to say. Yeah, it seems to have been some trend in the local magic that is concerning.
We found a cult circle a couple days ago. That was where we found a guy who died. Armor.
That's
Yeah.
close.
There it
I think
is.
His name was Matthew or something.
Yeah, that's where we found Matthias's body up the road, but I don't know if that would have anything. It's more cult ritual, so it might not have anything to do with it. But
It's
He
possible.
Did disrupt ritual, killed those responsible.
It is possible. I'm not an expert in that sort of.
You know what kind of magic was odd? What was odd about it or anything?
They described it as anomalous. Something that should not really be. What anomalous means?
very well.
Okay, well, we will keep eye out as well, I suppose.
Oh, yes, that would be very helpful.
See something we need to report, we will.
Okay, let's
Go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Go, 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 go.
So yeah, then we'll just turn to leave.
Those were done, yeah?
Does anybody want to talk to them? Because I don't want to talk to them.
No, I think we just go. I think leaving.
Sometime not too long after you guys move away, you actually hear almost, like, you almost feel as much as you hear a sort of crackling in the air as a caller waves a hand and opens this 9-foot tear in reality that spreads out into the world. And then air guards and step through it. Sweet.
They've gone somewhere
Closes
else.
behind them. Sure.
Oh no.
No.
Amelie's just gonna stand there.
I will,
I mean, come
on
on,
the
we
way
gotta
back, be like, Amelie, come on, we're leaving.
go.
Hold on. Yeah. Yes. And I turn just.
Of course.
Of course.
Cute as him.
I will
Get the
head
stuff
back
and
to
go.
Get Scree. Like, all right, it's time to leave. I will
Everything in
do
the bag.
Disguise,
Okay.
and we head out.
And I'll use my disguise hat to look like a mini Tessie.
Tessie, by the way, has only recently woken up.
Hmm.
She apparently was also very tired.
You fill her in on the god business.
Bewildered. Curious. A little excited. Also bewildered.
I fill her in that her grandma doesn't have to die. This time.
She is similarly bewildered. Yeah.
She's
I'll leave Sherry to figure out how she'll react to that. We'll get back.
I'm joking, Tessie, of course. I would never hurt grandma. She gave me pickles. Things. Oh, she
And
gave me
spicy.
peppers.
She gave us the spicy,
Yes, the
which we
spice.
trade for the horde.
Yes.
Kind of want you guys to go back and build a relationship with this couple.
We haven't gotten any spicy lately.
Yeah,
When we get spicy, we will go back for
We
the
also
horde.
haven't been in the same city, so.
soon.
Anyway. So,
Leaving.
you're leaving.
Leaving.
Hoping the fuck out of there.
Did we check in with? Oh well, I guess I'll wait until we get out of the city limits. But
Yeah, we're out of the city.
Okay.
So,
Yep. You guys set out and leave the city. It's not big, so you can literally see from one end of it to the other end of it. So
did we wind up talking to Shirla?
I interrupted her dreams to tell her that we found.
Emmeline just
Found
kind of
thing.
smirks at that. She's like, good.
Yeah. So she contacted back saying she will let us know. She said she was nearby. We could bring to her. I said probably best we keep for safekeeping.
She's nearby.
Uh,
Did we try and find her?
I think maybe it's best to give back to Bastion of Flame.
I believe he said he didn't say to return it to him. Question mark? He said they shouldn't be together.
It's a fair point.
We might still have to take it to him and he'll give it to somebody else though.
Regardless, I think we hold on to. After I do not want her to ask for both and us to have to tell her we gave one to Creed's guard. I think meeting with her opens up the possibility she finds out we do not have both artifacts.
Okay.
Even if we keep on self, I think it's best to not give to her.
Oh, I wasn't saying to give it to her. Kind of like glances at Rapier.
Fair. I do kind of want to fulfill specific terms of contract, at least so Bramble goes away, and then I will feel less like she has some kind of ability to break into my head at any given moment. And thus makes me not really want to try and move against her till I am free of said curse.
Not super fond of the idea of fulfilling the quest for her.
I don't want to make her able to do whatever murder zombie thing she's trying now. But if we fulfill specific term of what she said, which is just gather all things.
I think she said gather all things and bring them to her.
And then we kill her. Let's wait till we can bring them all to her. But for now, I think hold on to things.
Fair enough. So back to Marshall stand then.
Seems like logical.
Cool.
So we'll just start.
Very
Very.
Oh, fairy.
first
Okay.
fish town.
Thought you said
Fish fen-
fairy, and I was like, what?
Verily.
Barely.
Verily. Forsooth, we must venture towards the Marshall stand.
Barely.
Da.
You combine the Shakespearean and 40s.
Verily, Marshall Sand is the bee's knees.
Today.
Here's the day.
God.
Thou must venture forth.
Ew. That made you sound like a nerd.
Be
Yes.
sitting around a table playing D&D. Everyone did it first.
Oh my god, you a fucking nerd, Charlie?
Ew, fucking nerd.
Fucking nerd.
Should have told you guys.
So disappointed.
You're a nerd. Get away from the D&D table.
Right.
So we venture towards Marshall's stand,
Towards Marshall.
walking that direction.
Back to the fish town.
Sven?
More fish.
Pot?
We are having another funeral for other Sven. He flew too close to the sky.
He died of sadness when he heard what happened to all the other friends.
No, he flew to... His wings caught on fire. He fell from the heavens.
Oh, and you're talking about Ariel's friend.
Yes, skyship Sven.
Skyship's friend, yeah.
What is happening right now?
That's what happens when we let Paul make up NPCs that don't actually exist.
The answer is never let Paul make up anything.
Poor Sven. Rest in peace.
Sad day for French everywhere.
I have no idea if this is half as funny to everyone watching us.
Probably not.
It's probably all just like, well, unfollow.
Fuck
It's
these
okay.
nerds.
I don't blame.
But anyway,
well, Fully Percival says, "Oh no, it is." So
So at least somebody
okay.
likes my
At
jokes.
least,
At least-
someone is in on the Adventures of Sven.
Yes.
The fisherman.
head to the fishing village. Take the ferry. Back to Marshall's friend.
Madand.
Oh,
Stand.
okay. Can I do another elemental toss at Emily?
No, because this is out of character, and sadly, I won't let you in character punish Paul for what.
Can I, out of character, throw an elemental toss
Yeah.
at Paul?
Just
You
take
made
your
light
D20
clear
and
to
throw it at
something.
the water bottle. That's elemental
It's
Water
elemental.
Throw a water bottle.
Water bending.
Yes.
Oh, right. So, continue onward to the west, back along the path that you had taken 2 days ago. And you had the advantage of Kendall's cart the last time. So,
God. Oh, wait,
yes.
Yes.
Yup.
guys.
So it's going to be a few days to get back to
I will, like every day, I'll prepare great food. So, yes, create food and create water. Like just provide for the people, and sometimes I'll prepare. Oh, it's spelled.
I know it's how it's spelled.
Hands fiddles and make it not quite so shitty. So we can actually have a meal that isn't just bland porridge.
We get a nice hotel in Marshall Stand. We're gonna go to the spa. We eat good food.
I'm gonna see
Everything will be
Orm.
okay.
Tell Orm about what else has happened to me.
I very much enjoyed the spa.
Therapy sessions with Worm.
Companion.
on the list of NPCs that when I made them, I did not expect to become recurring. Or
Not sorry. Orm is best friend. Fuck you,
We
Emily.
got Orm, Tyrion. I've made it to the fuck you best friend, guys.
it's a big upgrade.
It's
From
above
the
liar
not
best
talking
friend.
about her.
Liar best friend, not talking friend. Fuck you best friend.
Steady
Moving up
progress.
Yes.
in the world. Actually, we dropped back down to liar best friend for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Liar to your best friend.
Liar.
So we are heading back to the
Yes.
stand.
Yes.
So,
We are walking and I prepare things.
yes.
I'm going to
Let
count
me
my
know if
rocks
there's ever
over and over
An
again.
event I needed to decide what specifically was prepared for that day.
Sure.
I'm just gonna be making crafting checks. Like when we saw, I was like, oh, I guess I'll fix a blanket.
Yeah, I also like will be preparing mending spells until all our stuff is.
Sure.
Basically, Ivan has no spells.
Yes.
I'm just holding my rocks and casting ghost sound whenever I feel like it.
You're just cradling your rocks, being like, it'll be okay. Everything will be fine. Everything will be fine.
Bree, could you please stop haunting our camp?
No, it reminds me of my ancestors. It's fine. Everything's fine.
I think it'd be fun if it was actually the other way around. It's like, everything will be okay.
Yes.
Recreate the voices in her own head.
It's just my ventriloquism spell.
Anyway. So, on first night, everything goes. First day and first night, really. Everything goes more or less.
Okay.
You pass a couple of
Things
people
okay.
along the road. No one that seems to take particular interest in you. Once or twice, like once again, someone passes you in the other direction. Usually mounted Creed's guard or what looks like a trade caravan, essentially, probably heading westward from Java, or possibly ferrying goods out of Sky Blue Skill. But, things are more or less. Second day goes by quietly. Get to see a flock of birds migrating back out from the northern spring fully sets into its stride. Down at this end of the continent, spring kind of comes late and lives short. But it won't be too long until it's actually proper summer again.
It's gonna be warm.
At least until you go another couple hundred miles further south.
Cool.
Yeah, but we're going north. Fine.
That's what you think.
Going back to home climate. It's gonna be great. Gonna be traded nicely at Marshall's stand. Everything's gonna be great. It's not gonna be bramblefuck dreams in my head. X to doubt.
But anyway, so you keep going through the day, make pretty good time. You figure you'll hit Wilterport midday, maybe a little after that. And as you all prepare to camp, as you all actually camp.
Oh dear.
Good.
Battle music, go.
It'd be
Yo.
great if I'm just like, fuck you, fight.
Ready.
I'm just like,
Fight.
kill them. Who's dominating us? You don't know.
That's the actual way to do combat as vampire. Just cast dominate from the shadows.
Yes.
that is a great way to do it. Except, of course, that first of all, they have to be able to hear you. They have to get your command. And second, you ambush them.
We
You know.
attacked them from the shadows.
Yes.
Dream team from the shadows.
So, as you all go to sleep, all three of you
Oh shit.
Eat shit.
get you someday.
You made a deal with him with that pickle. Bramble!
No.
This is the cost for snacks.
Yes. So, all three of you find once you set into your dreams, find yourselves drawn to part two of you. You find yourselves. It's not the creepy list, it's a little bit creepy, but it's also a little bit. Anyway, you find yourselves drawn from your normal dreams into that black space. And at first, you're alone, and you hear those distant whispers coming in around you. Yes.
Are we all are we all having the same dream where we're encountering him, or like is each individual of us? Okay.
At first, you are alone.
Okay.
In the
Nice.
darkness.
It's not on your spell
Fortunately,
list.
none of you can do that.
You can cast flame in the darkness.
But for a minute or two, you're alone in the dark with the whispers gathering.
Come on, let's get this over with.
I'm sorry.
No, not you. That's
Oh.
Emily. That's
Oh.
Emily's meant. Like,
Until there's moonlight.
that's new.
And you get to see the ground,
Not liking that.
which is it's underbrush. It seems like you see trees around you. Ground is underbrush. Moonlight streaming through branches, and you find that maybe 10 feet to one side, Ivan, the other, Amelie.
Oh, well, this is new.
Yes.
All right.
Is that just more? Is this just more dream tricks?
Probably.
Ah.
Are you guys dream tricks?
The paranoia begins.
How about this? When I wake up, I send you a message in your next dream that says no.
That helps then. That doesn't exactly help now.
I was
Hey,
trying
now-
to utilize the.
Now you got me curious.
Oh damn.
I want to see if I can cast dream message to someone while in dream. I'm gonna try and cast a heal spell myself.
You are incapable of making somatic components or verbal components, interestingly.
Oh.
Still got
Okay, so
knives.
cannot cast magic in here.
Puts knives away.
You can still stab.
Can I still quiche?
You haven't tried. Would you like to spend your focus point to find out?
No.
Okay. This would be an interesting question.
So did one of you guys start this?
No.
Oh.
after.
He's kind of like,
I think let's just sit and
Ramble
wait.
Man.
Ramble man.
Oh, you.
It's this candid camera.
After a few minutes of being around together, a figure steps out into the moon. It is not Tila. It is. It looks fairly similar to the Bramble Man seen before.
Collar? Is it the collar?
No,
Okay.
it's not the collar. The collar looks significantly different from the Bramble.
Okay.
The collar is taller by almost a foot, and
Doesn't have hair.
doesn't have hair, and has is dressed in robes.
has a giant staff.
Yes,
I'm sorry, what? Oh, right.
they do have a big staff that they carry, that's presumably used for the casting of magic.
All I heard was has a tight staff, and I was like, wait.
Giant!
Cute. That made me laugh so hard I almost died. I'm sure that was a pleasant sound.
It's okay, the high pass filter will take care of it.
Yeah, it's fine.
Will it though?
Most of it, yeah, actually.
This made a really satisfying whap.
So,
Don't worry, Morgan, this has 100 more sheets that I can throw at you.
Yay.
I have paper, Paul. Do you need
How
No,
dare you
paper.
No,
Paper.
no. You get high five. You can get paper
No
when you run
paper,
out.
Only high five.
Yes.
How dare you betray me?
Blah.
That's
Team
the
Brian.
second time this
Team
weekend,
Brian will
Brie.
rise.
Ryan. Oh God.
The second time this weekend, Brie.
anyway.
I'm sorry. Okay.
So, definitely looks like the Bramble. With the especially long ears,
Oh, hello again.
about the same height. He is dressed differently. Now in what looks like heavy leathers. And he has a blade sheathed at one hip. And a long bow that seems to be made of some kind of bone. It's hard to tell in this light, but it's definitely not normal wood if it is wood. It's pale and has been carved in intricate patterns. And his eyes are where normally you've seen the green come down from the sides of his eyes. Now, from his eyes down the center is a line of much darker green that meets it. In addition to that feature is still there.
So we,
And-
we are still in full
Full color.
color.
Yes.
And
Not
he's not
just-
shadowed.
Living color.
I mean, he's not completely concealed in shadow. We're still seeing him. It is dark.
Yeah.
And his eyes are still glowing green,
Okay.
which is much more stark in the dark than has been the relatively well lit areas that you've ever seen his eyes.
Yeah. And just kind of draw back a bit.
Are you the Bramble Man?
Yes.
Ah,
For those with you,
you look different.
we together and with an location.
I thought it'd be more efficient this way.
Why is there a moon?
So you can see it. So not that serious.
You were leaned towards this way, so I'm just like, what's going on? the stare, Charlie.
Not helping. So, something seems off.
Yeah?
And it seems near where you
Off is rather vague.
are. It's difficult to be too specific. It seems like someone's breaking the rules.
What
We don't even know the
are
rules
those?
of the game that you guys play.
I talked to the little one. Out.
Me?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Didn't tell you about. You don't know about the rules gods.
We know some of them, but we don't know them.
The main one that I know is that they cannot interfere with mortal life.
That's the most important.
That the one that
There's-
was broken.
It's hard to tell. I'm working from the effects.
There's
Would a portal break the rule?
Portal from what?
Portals are not.
like I don't know if there's a way to subtly gesture to shut the fuck up.
You may attempt
I will-
a deception
I will just,
check.
portals would not just inherently break rule. You can. The only portal I remember was one that what's their name? What was the I'm completely blanking.
The collar?
The collar to the
The
wind.
portal I saw
That's what I was
collar
thinking.
opened portal. Portal is not against rule. Collar opened
okay.
portal.
Yeah,
Right.
that's what I was thinking of. I was trying to hint towards that. And not,
Yes.
Don't
Duh.
worry. Don't worry.
Is that in character?
If there's rule breaking, isn't that
What,
more?
in character?
Were you in character? Were you going? Oh no, I wasn't hinting at the other thing. Don't worry.
No.
Okay.
No, that was
This is an in character conversation.
Yeah.
Oh, see.
Yes, please try and keep it.
Please don't say no. I'm not telling the Bramble Man about the other thing in front of the Bramble Man.
The
Yes, I was referring to
Rule-
the collar.
yeah.
rules of gods.
It's not-
You,
collar
at
did
that,
not-
you do actually get a sort of sideward glance.
Rules of gods are largely concerning the gods, not.
And their behavior.
Then why come
How
to
do
us
we
about
break
it?
Rule of God.
I didn't say you
Then why come to us about it?
because it's near you.
There's
I-
got to be somebody more qualified to deal with something like this than us.
You misunderstand. I'm trying to figure out what's happening. Something is changing. And it seems that's upsetting some people. Well, not people.
And this is the most specific you can be about what rule was or what
I don't know what
happened.
You simply sensed a shift. Something of that nature.
People are getting
The-
agitated. I mean, we saw
The
even.
border is weak.
Order of
Our reality. The one that's been held fast for millennia. Well, millennium and a half. To keep all those little outsiders on the outside.
Shit.
It's experienced a sudden and we'll say, noticeable decline in strength.
The
When was this? What time did it happen?
Sometime in the last few days.
the caller was present at Southwatch and was also concerned about an anomalous event. It's probably them
Wait.
looking for the same thing. Sorry, I meant to intone that as kind of a question. Like,
Oh, yes. That would seem to be consistent.
Do you work with or talk to any of the other gods? Both you and Caller seem to be looking for same thing. Do you coordinate or do you each go independent?
I certainly don't coordinate with the caller.
Looks like you're on same side of this one.
That might be.
so we should look out for.
I'm asking if you saw anything.
It was red other night.
That's normal. That's how the moon works.
I recall the
Still
moon
odd.
and the caller. Those were very anomalous, but that is all I know.
Is there anything strange in the swamp?
Vampires doing some ritual around thing your cleric has us getting.
ASMR survivors.
That shouldn't be a problem. Fires aren't mortal.
Do you have any idea of what kind of things we want to be trying to remember? What sort of thing is we are on lookout for?
There was another ritual. The one in the cave with
Well,
Matthias?
we told about him. This
Yeah.
is not fit time.
We
for,
we
but,
found that on his information.
That couldn't break the rules. It was mortal magic. Well, divine magic initiated by mortals.
So, again, do you have any idea of what kind of thing we might want to look?
And if we're looking for said information, what that might be worth.
He's not smiling. I am.
There you go. Smart.
It would have been something would have quickly changed. As far as what it'd be worth, that's a different story. We can negotiate. But it'd be something that's not following the normal order. I wish I could be more specific, but it could be a lot of things. And vampires, while they don't follow the normal order, are normal enough.
I suppose other question may be why we should help you with information and not our plan.
You can tell them whatever you like.
Main reason on that is he said the barrier was weakening. That's an alarming concern.
The
It's
collapse
not-
of reality does not sound good.
Oh, reality is not going to collapse. Just
Terror.
more populous. To be clear, I'm not endorsing the presence of the barrier innately. But anything that changes the playing field is something worth being on top of.
But we will
It's a lot of chess pieces.
into and gather what information we can now that we're aware of problem.
I'd start with anything that didn't function as expected, function differently. Or simply inexplicably stopped or started.
If we find thing like that, what do you think is... What do we do? Stay away.
Yeah, I mean, if a god is getting involved, specifically in a way that is breaking a rule, that's going to be something they see as pretty important. Which means, to be clear, something that mortals should probably not get involved in if they enjoy being gods. Well, good chat.
We'll
Tell the
keep...
obnoxious little one I said hi.
Will do.
That's
He
the green
cares
one
about
and
me.
not the half.
He loves me.
We'll keep eye out to see if we can spot any problems. Okay. Thanks at least for making us aware of that there is problem.
Sleep well. And then he steps back into the shadows of the trees. The moonlight seems to cross behind a cloud. And after a few more moments of darkness, you will go back to your dream.
As soon as possible, wake up as soon as possible, wake up as soon as possible.
Shortly thereafter, you find that you have enough kind of force of will to make yourself wake up.
I do not.
I'll
Deal with
wake
it in the
up.
morning.
I guess who I would normally talk to about this would be Tessie, but
She was
we
on watch.
do not have a Tessie.
Yes,
Um,
I will happily allow you to have that conversation when next week.
yeah,
Make a note of that.
yeah, I will.
Were we setting up a watch?
I put Tessie on watch there so that she wouldn't have to be a part of the dream, and I wouldn't have to play her having a conversation with the Bramble Man.
Can I switch with Tessie and try to that object thing again?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
You can have taken first watch and attempted again.
Sweet.
I'm waking up though.
What did you say it was? It was nature? Or
Yes. Well, this would have been before.
Yeah.
18?
Oh.
I get another try.
Yep. You can do 2 more tries.
Sweet.
That's
That's
Okay.
a no.
a couple of days.
That's also a no. 16 and like
You- Actually, you can do 1 more.
yeah.
If only anybody had like identify abilities.
Nope. That's worse.
Yeah, buddy.
One day,
Like,
Dave.
If only there were people in your party who were good at identifying items.
If only there were people in my party that wouldn't scold me for having that badge.
Well, that sounds a lot like a problem with the initial strategy. doesn't it? that sounds like maybe this was a poor decision.
I mean, it
And
is
yet
true.
here we are. Don't look at me like that, Charlie. I'll get it eventually on my own, guys. I've got this.
Okay.
It's gonna be great when you get it. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, I'm gonna go to bed then.
I think that's probably a good time for us to stop for the evening.
Okay.
It's a touch earlier than normal, but it's a transitioning point, and also it'll give us a chance to have conversations with Tessie that bring her back up like to speed
Mm-hmm.
at our next episode. So,
Okay.
once
Cliffhanger.
again, next week we aren't going to be doing our normal thing. I am going to be setting up some kind of game. I'll work out in the next couple of days what that's going to be. So keep an eye on our Twitter and or Facebook. I will make an announcement.
We got a great cliffhanger for you guys to mull over for the next 3 weeks.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'll be playing some kind of video game or something, or possibly maybe a board game. It's hard to say.
And power outage.
And then on the 22nd we'll be playing Power Outage. For real, it's going to be a blast.
It's gonna be really fun. I'm excited.
Wait.
And then on the 29th, I will probably also be playing some kind of video game because we will all be on break for the holidays. So I know it's a little bit chaotic here in the holiday season. I hope that you are having fun with our side things. I hope that you guys enjoyed the Goose Game stream because God was it a blast.
It was super
It was
fun.
so much
It's
fun.
up on YouTube if you missed it.
Yeah,
Definitely
if you
check
missed
it out.
on
Yes.
YouTube.
Honk,
It's
honk.
it's short. It's like an hour and a half
Honk,
maybe.
honk, 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 honk.
So
All hail.
I'll hail the basket.
Oh, the baskets.
Do not anger it. It is unknowable.
Oh, I missed the baskets.
All of our streams
Some
are
sick
up
dance
on YouTube. This one will be up in the next few days. So for all
Usually,
those like can't wait to raid or
usually I
anything.
get it done Monday or Tuesday, unless something in my life is just going insane.
Mhm.
Just guys, it gets done like Wednesday. But yeah,
And so we have, if anyone is new here and wants to get caught up, catch up video. We also have all of our old games on YouTube. So go check out our old stuff and get caught up. Just for people that don't know, Power Outage is a gaming system that is superhero based,
yes,
and we will be designed with kids in mind. So there will be a kid-friendly stream.
independently designed. It's an indie game designed by a father, literally for his kids.
Mhm.
So, and it's super cool.
So it'll be a kid-friendly stream of us playing our little kid superheroes, and it's going to be great.
Very Saturday morning cartoon. Do we have anything else? Check out all of our social media stuff down below. We've got Twitter and Facebook and Instagram and
Discord's been happening lately.
yeah, Discord.
Discord's been good, yeah.
Yeah, Discord's been kind of hopping lately.
And
Hip
our
hoppin'.
Patreon is
And
set up.
if you are interested, check out our Patreon.
There's Orm tier.
There is the Worm tier. That
Best
is our
tier.
highest tier. But there's a couple of tiers lower than that if you're not, looking to be Orm tier,
If you're not Orm.
as so few of us are. So
Oh.
few people can be Orm.
His
Really,
glorious
just Orm
mustache.
can be Orm.
My precious friend.
I mean, if you don't want to have to listen to Scree, that's to you.
I feel like that would be the best fucking reward. It's just me going on a rant about my
Let me
life.
throw this out there. If anyone goes on Orm tier, Scree will rant to you. If you're into that, Scree will do that.
I'll do that for you guys. I do that.
We can set that up. We
I
have
do
that
that.
kind of power. I can't promise it'll happen monthly. Depends
I
on how many
mean-
Orm tiers there are.
Screw it.
We we get like 150 Orm tiers, and your full-time job becomes recording ranting messages for them.
Oh my- Or you could just do it.
The sacrifices we make for the
Yeah,
things we
you know,
love.
you know.
Or you could just do what everyone else
I
is
have
doing
no
inside your
life.
Water.
No.
Oh.
No.
Uh,
I'll send.
We'll
no,
never go
never
away.
mind. Nah. I'll send you rocks. There's some little
Yeah,
animal
we'll send
bones.
you
We
Scree's
will
rock
also send you
collection.
rocks.
Yes.
Rock,
So,
rock, rock.
Thank you,
rock.
friendship
Anyway.
bracelets.
So
You know.
not saying you have to go become an Orm tier patron,
But if you do,
but if you do, Scree will send you stuff.
we have multiple other tiers, so become
Yes.
any kind of Patreon, and we will love you forever. So.
Yes, for honestly, to all of our subscribers, all of our Patreon people,
Mhm.
all of our followers, all the people who just show up and watch, to the people who raid, people who have vague interests, we appreciate it deeply.
The people
We
that
love you.
glance questioningly at our tab and then just
listing.
keep scrolling.
Yeah, like
Whatever. You're badass.
Hey.
We like you, person that just scrolled past us. Come back.
And I love
Goodbye.
you, random citizen.
Oh shit.
So, we will see you again. Some of us will see you again next week. Some of us will see you again in 2 weeks. Some of us will see you again in 3 weeks. But however long it'll be. Thank you so much. And until then, keep your friends close and your dice close. Thanks again.
Bye.
Bye.